Recording. Oh, you know what? Stop, then start. There we go. All right, now we're in the weeds.
I like the autumn vibes of the core show.
Oh yeah, I'm going. Yeah. I'll have some as we get close to Halloween. I'll get some cobwebs and stuff going on, and then
seasonal.
Yeah, then we get to Christmas. We'll go nuts with.
Are we gonna do like a Halloween version of the core logo where it's like purple and green and black?
I could do that really easily. In fact, I won't do it now, but I can later. Doing it now would be dumb, but I like it, John. I like where your head's at. All right, here we go. This is the show. Thanks for being here, everybody. Let's dive in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Core. It's time to talk about video games. Patalk. You ever patalked before? Well, today's your chance. No. Okay, well, learn.
But yes, sir.
That, of course, is Bo Schwartz over there, and John's also here. Hello, John Jagger.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Scott Johnson. John's sick, but he's here because he's a trooper, and he supports good content manufacturing. So,
I'm here because I couldn't stand the inevitable comments if I wasn't here. Man, the show's better when there's only 2 people doing the show.
Well, you never know. Sometimes I get the opposite of that. I get, without John there, I don't even know if I could listen. Or without Bo
but
there.
Google closed all the accounts that I leave those messages on, so I can't do them as easily anymore.
Okay.
Scott and I spiral out of control when it's just the 2 of us. It's better that you're here.
It does get very tangent. It gets very tangenty. Yeah. Not that we already kind of do that generally, but tangents really fly when it's just me and Bo. And some people may love that, but I have a feeling that the grounding that John brings to the proceedings probably is preferable to most listeners. So I'm really glad that you're here, despite the fact that you're not well, because I'd rather you be well. And I hope this is a quick convalescence for you, as my grandparents would say.
Yeah.
I really do. Hey, everybody, we got a show. We're going to do some stuff. Here's the other good news. Tomorrow, we already did part 1 last week, and it's up on the YouTube archive. So go to frogpants.tv if you're looking for it. But tomorrow, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., 2 hours, we'll be playing part 2 of my playthrough through, I almost said Resident Evil, through, what is it?
Silent
Hill F. Jeez. I don't know why that wouldn't come to my brain, but Silent Hill F Part 2, we find out what's really going on with the red goo. Maybe. I don't know what we'll find out. But together, who knows? John will be there. Despite his illness, he'll be second seating with me, and we'll see what happens. Okay.
You were really mean to your character with the little bit I watched.
I know. I couldn't help it. It was like Tourette's.
You were apologetic. You were like, I'm sorry.
I felt bad. I called her a bitch hole. That's not nice.
Yeah.
It's not nice at all, but I was in a...
Scott becomes such a sailor when he's scared.
It's true. I say words I don't normally say, and I say things I regret. That was one of them. I may have called her one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. But it's because she is sometimes, when she runs out of juice, because she has stamina.
Like a human being.
Yeah, like a Souls-like, right?
No, like people.
Oh, like people. She runs out of stamina, and then she stands there with her hands on her knees and bends over and has to breathe to get right. Meanwhile, there's like a giant, disgusting monster behind her ready to kill her. And I get really mad at her for stopping like that. I understand it's part of the game. It's part of the mechanic of the thing. I'll deal with it, but just so you know.
But it's a bit silly to be in fight and flight and then just stand there. Like, you'd still be moving.
I would think so. But also it does ratchet up the tension, which therefore ratcheted up my calling her a bitch hole. So
I think we should see and I think this just not in general. This isn't just aimed at Scott. I think this would be an interesting thing. Have people do full sprints where you have to, let's clock the speed at which video game characters run.
Yeah.
Have other people run at that speed and see who gets winded sooner, them or the video game character.
Oh, interesting. Probably us, but if you add in the fact that there is a homicidal freak with no face and maggots flying out of whatever was in the face, that thing that was fighting us by those shelves, I think you'd have to add in the factor of you would have massive amounts of adrenaline pumping through your blood.
So you think you're going to be like a mom who lifts a car off
a little bit
their kid or something?
I think it would add to that strength, the artificial strength, because you're now in a fight for your life. Whereas if you just ran and said, "All right, how did I do compared to Lei Ming or whatever her name is? What's her name in the game? I forgot. Condor, whatever it is." I can't.
John, do you not know her name? John's not
I don't
answering.
remember it, but I'm not gonna guess Condor.
It's also not Lei Ming. She's from Heroes of the Storm.
Li Ming is from Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah. Well, Diablo technically, but yeah. So yeah. Well, look, I'd be willing to try your experiment, but you'd have to have a truly scientific result. We'd have to include those kinds of stimuli. It'd have to be truly a life or death thing, because people will behave differently, find energy they didn't know they had. You know, that I think that's just a fact. So you'd have to create that to do it right. And I don't think it's ethical to scare people to where they think
I
they're
still
going to die.
think like if you're in moderate shape, you probably can outrun a video game. That video game character, if there's a stamina meter.
Maybe. Oh, Hinko.
Like there's other forms of unrealism that, like, do you weigh yourself down with as much inventory as your character has in their magical pouch that is nowhere appearing on their character?
Oh, good. Like that.
That's
huge
true. There's
key.
the balance. She's going to be carrying a lot more than you. So we'll call it even. You don't have to carry 3 lead pipes, but you...
and all that food or that stuff we would find, the water and the drinks and everything. It's a good point. And she had a giant key that was the size of like a Doberman. It's like a big old key. So you know what?
I wasn't paying full attention, but I remember you saying, "Look at the size of that key."
It was massive. It was like she did not have that in her pocket. That was some bullcrap.
Right.
But I will say, you've turned me around, John. She wins. She's great. Hiniko is her name. Says Brainbow Bright in the chat. Thank you, Brainbow Bright. I appreciate that. It's definitely not Condor. Anyway,
that just proves that I did not remember it because you say that. My reaction was, if you say so, I don't remember.
I mean, it's
very clearly don't remember the names of the characters.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Well, the name is Hinako Shimizu.
There you go. Yeah.
But I don't, because I think they do their last name backwards. I think her first name is actually Shimizu.
Oh, Shimizu. No, definitely Koreans do that. I don't know about Japan. I have no idea.
I think they do it. Well, yeah, I know it's the Korean thing. I don't know about Japan though.
Yeah, my brother.
Maybe not in Japan. Yeah,
my Korean brother's Korean name was Lee Sung Soo, so his last name was Lee, not first name because the order or whatever. But we named him Matt to make it easy. So. We did. His name was Matt Johnson instead of Lee Sung Soo.
They're like, "What's your name?" And we're not saying that shit.
It felt a little like that,
yeah. Well, I mean, what was that? The 70s, maybe?
80s.
Different time.
Early 80s, yeah.
Time. Yeah.
It is what it is.
We weren't as woke back then.
And he would laugh just as hard at this, by the way. He loves this kind of stuff, so don't get your panties in a bunch, everybody.
Well, that's a great name, whatever. And,
I take it back, though. I don't want...
People like getting christened with a new name. Like, if I was to go to Korea, I'd be like, yeah, give me a Korean name. It'd be fun.
We'll just take all the extra letter. You still be Bo. B-O. So you'd be Bo Jung Ho.
Well, they don't have a B. It's like a P and a B, so it'd be like Po or something like that, or Po, I think.
You could be Po. You'd be Noodle Folk if you were over there.
Noodle Folk.
Isn't that a thing in Kung Fu Panda? And his name's Po, and he's a Noodle Folk? Anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
But that's China, right? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it is, actually. You're right.
But
mixing up those Asian cultures. I'll tell you what, though. I just want to publicly take it back. I do not think Hiniko Yakizomi, what's her name? Whatever her last name is. I do not think she's a bitch
Every
hole.
time you see Scott put the shovel down and get out a ladder, and it's like, finally, he's going to pull himself out. He finds a way to dig a little deeper.
Yeah. Hinako Shimizu. Yeah, I don't think they do last name first, actually. So I'm thinking about Hideo Kojima. We always call him Hideo or Hideo or whatever.
Or Kojima sometimes, yeah. That guy gets...
Yeah,
he gets used.
It's never Kojima Hideo.
No. I don't think so.
I'm confusing Korea with Japan.
No worries.
But Hinako Shimizu.
None of these people we've mentioned, her in particular, are b-holes. They're all nice people, just in hard situations. She didn't ask for where she's at and what's going on. As far as I know, we may get to the ending. She'll go, I'm a bitch hole. I asked for all this. Yeah.
That's the thing is Silent Hill frequently is a reflection of your inner demon. So who knows? She might not be a nice person. She might be.
Yeah, I think that came up in the stream. It's a good point. We got to watch for that because she may not be so innocent. Maybe it's that guy named Shu. Maybe he's the problem. Anyway, more on that tomorrow when we stream it. So look forward to it. In the meantime, here's some news. We got a few things here. Microsoft Game Pass keeps digging that grave. Speaking of digging a hole.
Yeah, speaking of not putting the shovel down.
Yeah.
Digging a hole.
Let's talk about Microsoft.
They're going to end a bunch of Game Pass member discounts and points and other stuff along with the price increase. John, tell us more if you're okay.
Well, if you remember, one of the big things I said yesterday, or not yesterday, last week, felt like yesterday, was that while I didn't always play brand new games that came out on Game Pass, one of the things I had done in the past was take advantage of the discount program that they offered for games. So, for example, I did this with Avowed. With Avowed, they gave you the base level game for free on Game Pass.
Right.
But you could spend like $15 or whatever it was and upgrade to the better version at a discounted rate and play and have the ultimate version as long as you're on Game Pass. Likewise, if you have a game you're playing on Game Pass and it's available on Game Pass, sometimes it leaves Game Pass, and usually what you would get is a little notice like, hey, this is about to leave. Do you want to go ahead and spend money to buy the game before it's gone? We'll give you 10% off or, some percent off before you go, but before it's gone.
Right.
As an added feature. That's going away.
Right.
And it's probably what I used of Game Pass more than their free games.
Oh, interesting.
So they're going to be removing that too because they weren't done giving us more value for Ultimate. So they're just not figuring it out.
I heard somebody yesterday, it was Tom Merritt, somebody who I really respect their opinions on things made a hot take, and I think it was Tom, maybe, but can't remember. It's basically somebody said, I don't want to say this was him and have it not be him, so if it's not, apologies. But they basically made the comment, this feels, oh no, it wasn't. It was Dan. Anyway, my friend Dan said that he thinks this might be a reaction to the tariffs, but not saying so. And here's his thinking. When the tariffs first hit, a lot of them anyway, and Amazon put up what you would have paid before tariffs, they started adding that to the entries on the store. That really pissed off the administration, and so they basically got kowtowed into taking those off of there so that it would no longer show those.
But they're still going to do the increase. They're
doing the increase either way. Exactly. So the theory being, and I'm probably butchering what he said, but basically this is a similar idea, except they're not going to do any initial pushback and blame it on something. Microsoft's just going, all right, fine, we'll just freaking cut all this stuff, and it's the best we can do. We've raised Game Pass. We might have to cancel our next console plans, and we're taking away these points because that revenue represents some big chunk or whatever. He thinks that there's maybe something to do with that. I think that if that's true, it would benefit Microsoft to tell us that, because I think it would clear the air a little bit. Otherwise, this just looks like Microsoft's doing some kind of give up dance. Like, I can't quite put my finger on what this feels like. It's like, yeah, I guess we'll just raise that and take this stuff away. And I don't know. I guess we're still doing that thing with Asus, but we don't expect very, like if it just feels like they're giving up, it's weird.
They have their fingers in so much, and knowing that Xbox is it's only a percentage of the whole Microsoft deal, right? So I don't know. Does this make a difference in the overall Microsoft? Like, what are we doing? Like, it's hard to know what the plan is on the large scale, right? Maybe it is a response to tariffs, but is it? is the gaming division really going to shore up tariff issues for the entire company? Is it like a number of changes throughout the company like this that are?
For all I know, the digital, I don't think in the chat room asked this, Mega 9 says, are there tariffs on digital goods? I don't think the tariffs in particular are Microsoft tariffs, or excuse me, Xbox tariffs outside of potential hardware issues. And they raised the prices on those consoles already. That looked like a direct response to the tariffs. And I think they even said they used the term changing market conditions the week after the tariffs were put into place.
Yeah. I mean, we expected all those. We expect the price to go up of all those physical things because of that action.
Right. Right. And they did.
Which, again, is kind of, well, anyways.
Microsoft could milk this. I'm sort of
with the administration that it's bullshit, like, because they're profitable anyways.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like, this is the same argumentation as, like, why don't you pay workers more? Have a union. And they're like, we can't. We need to make profits. And then it's like, well, the government needs more of your money for whatever reason, without getting into that whole spiel. And they're like, we can't pay the government more money. The people have to pay it, not us. Pay it, even though we have more profit than any person. It's like,
yeah, but then you get back to the original argument against tariffs is that nobody pays for it but us anyway. So why are we doing tariffs? So it's all a cyclical, stupid. The whole thing sucks. But the Wraith86 says Microsoft is too busy chasing AI. They've come out publicly in recent days. So did Jeff Bezos, and I can't remember who else. They're all talking bubble right now. So I don't even think they're counting on that.
Tech is headed towards a downturn.
Yeah.
And everyone's scrambling. This is the flailing about of someone drowning, but in a company style of all these companies.
Where they're not actually drowning.
If that's true, it's a prediction. I couldn't verify whether or not a big bubble's coming, but I seem to be hearing that a lot the past month or so.
Yeah.
Particularly linked to AI, but I think usage on a lot of stuff is down. Like, we sort of have this view of this technology we have as just being an advancement, so it'll always be here. But there may be like a point where people are like, I don't know, this shit just spies on me all day, sells me ads, is provoking to piss me off. Maybe I go back to a regular phone that isn't a smartphone, and maybe
whatever. Yeah,
social media can't, like, how is this really improved? Like, apart from doing online banking, which is sweet because going to the actual bank sucks. Like, there's some stuff that's just sweet that will never go away. Like, doing your banking online is awesome. Having text messages and email is still pretty awesome, but all this other fandangled stuff that's just an excuse for you to farm logins and ads. Like, what is it doing? This serves you guys more than it serves me. And the only reason we're involved is because we don't want to miss being a part of the future. When everything stops feeling like it's part of the future and is just bullshit. Yeah, I think the downturn's coming, man. Like,
I think you're right.
And I do want to point one thing out. This is a little sidestep, but I figured it's worth mentioning because I saw it last week. I'm seeing it this week. Gino in the chat said, no one is mentioning the $12 Fortnite crew that comes with premium starting in November. I'm not mentioning it because that's good for people who have a Fortnite crew subscription. Like,
do you know what's going to be in Rice Krispies next month? They're going to put K-pop Demon Hunters in the Rice Krispies box.
Like, here's the thing though. I subscribe to Game Pass. I subscribe to Fortnite crew. These are two subscriptions I have. Theoretically, them putting that in Game Pass, if I then canceled my Fortnite one and just got it through Game Pass, I'm saving $2 a month.
Yeah.
Right? So in theory, that is value.
Right.
Except, what if I don't want one of those two things? Now I've intrinsically linked them together. Or what if you're the other two hosts on the show who do not give a shit about Fortnite?
Yeah.
It's a good deal for some. And again, that's what all of this comes down to. If you use Game Pass all the time, if you're playing the biggest, newest release every month, this price increase doesn't really impact you that much. But that's you.
Yeah.
We got to talk broadly for as many people as possible. Yes, there will be case and points where you go, oh, all right, look at this guy. He plays every month. He shouldn't cancel. And I'm not telling them to, unless they want to make a, stand, like link arms. I'd benefit, but I'm canceling. I'm with you, brother.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Got your back.
Go for it. you gotta gauge it for yourself. I'm not canceling till this month because I got one more month at the regular price.
At the regular rate, yeah.
Now I'm going to bump it down. Like, that's just how it is. Everybody make the right decision for you.
Yeah, you guys do what you got to do. Here are the nitty gritties. So they're removing major perks for Xbox Game Pass subscribers. No longer get discounts on all DLC and all game purchases. Ultimate and Premium subscribers will still earn reward points, 10% for Ultimate, 5 for Premium on certain game/add-on purchases. So there's, instead of all, it's some. The existing 20% discount still applies, but only to very select games in the Game Pass library. Most likely the Microsoft-owned ones is the ones you're going to see those more for. For high-profile titles like Call of Duty add-ons, the old 10% discount has already been removed. That's gone. These changes accompanied the price hike for the Ultimate plan, rising from 20 to 30 or so a month in the U.S. So there you have it. Your Xbox hole just got a little bigger, baby.
Yeah.
Who's the bitch hole now, Microsoft?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, yeah.
See, I can call them bitch hole. I don't know, no one gets mad when I call them that. It's fine.
Well, you never know. It's going to go into an AI now. They're going to be like,
oh, shit.
Well, anyways, whatever. Let's not get on board that whole thing.
No.
I think the price hike sucks. And we were all enthusiastic about tech. Where's the self-driving cars? Remember when that was?
They're in Arizona.
Would talk about?
Yeah, they're all in Arizona, and you can't get them anywhere else. Those Waymos or whatever they are. I guess those are taxis. You can't really own one.
Yeah. Well, we were sold 10 years ago. Is it 10 years ago? Before pandemic, for sure. At least 6.
Oh, that was all coming.
We were having, even on this show, we were having conversations about, man, can I take a nap in my car? Like wow, what's that mean? Where is it?
My brother-in-law kind of does that in his Tesla now, I think. I think he kind of can nod off on the freeway. I think. I don't remember the deal.
Yeah,
really? I can't remember. Really he said something like that. Like the self-driving part of it still will work. I don't know how much.
Isn't that just cruise control?
Well, it does braking and it'll turn if the lane next to it's stuff like that. I mean, it'll do some stuff. He shouldn't be doing it, I think. Ken, if you're listening, you should be careful out there. It's not.
Well, I haven't heard a lot of. I guess it's cool to hear that it actually exists. I just haven't heard a lot of hype. Right, I was hearing all about the future, and then from my personal experience, I haven't heard anyone.
No, Shatterproof says the Teslas have cameras in cabin, so if you close your eyes or don't look at the screen, it will beep and disable FSD.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's spying on you. Freedom. What the hell is this? Your car's going to tell you if you can or can't sleep in your car?
I assume it's close your eyes for longer than a blink, right? Because obviously people have to blink.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all kludgy and weird.
I'm just saying, I just think this is great because this is Microsoft, right? Like, this is the sort of annoying part about talking about these big companies like EA and Microsoft, because there's more going on than just the video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of sucks. It's just like, I don't know why they're doing what they don't seem to give a shit about, the consumer, and they're, so why do I care? Why do any of us care at this point?
Well, the good news is our next story is going to be definitely a positive one. This is one where everyone's super excited. There's no negative spin on this at all. John, tell us about the Final Fantasy 14 Monster Hunter Wilds crossover event that's just hitting like a happy smile on a spring morning. What's going on there?
Yeah, so this crossover, the infamous, and it's in both sides, Final Fantasy 14 Monster Hunter crossover. We're going to talk about the Monster Hunter Wild side of that crossover at the moment. Mm-hmm. In many ways, feels like it should be a success. People are playing it. They think the boss that you fight, Omega, is a super cool boss. I heard from some people who played Monster Hunter that said it is their favorite fight in the game. They think it's awesome. So it's being very well received on content side. Yeah. It's also getting review bombed.
Oh, shit.
So why? Why is a game where they added new content and a bunch of people came back to try it out now getting review bombed? Well, it is because despite continuing to put out content that is being well received for the game, they have not fixed the PC technical issues with the game. Oh. And so Steam is getting reviewed bombed because they're saying you're still putting out content, but you're not fixing the damn game.
Well, that's not good. Fix the game, I'd say to them. What are you doing over there? That's not great. Have you messed with this at all? Have you done the event or any of that?
No, I didn't get far enough into Monster Hunter Wilds to even be remotely ready to do this. So I've seen it. I've watched video. I've watched some people play it.
Yeah.
And it looks awesome. Plays music from Final Fantasy 14. They've got the mechanics in there. I don't know if you have to remember port and starboard like you did in Final Fantasy 14 in the cruelest translation issue that I've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
Like, you know how it used to be back in the day? Like, we didn't get real Super Mario Brothers 2 because it was going to be too hard for us here in the US.
I remember that.
Well, this is one of the rare cases where the US got the hard mode version of a fight.
Oh my gosh.
Because when you fight Omega in Final Fantasy 14, one of the ways it telegraphs the attack is you get a flash of text on the screen, and it says, in English, it says port engines firing or starboard engines firing. And all of a sudden, a bunch of Final Fantasy 14 nerds had to know what port and starboard meant. And there's this level of translation where you go, okay, port is left. It would be his left, which means it's going to be that side, which means I need to get on this side. So there's like 2 levels of translation. They looked into it. The Japanese version just says left or right. They got too fancy with the translation, made it way harder for us.
Weird. I think I know port and starboard, though. I think I do.
The way I've always remembered it is port is the same amount of letters as left, and then starboard is the other one.
Oh, I think I do remember someone saying that. But I think I just remembered that port was left without that. I don't know why. It's in my head, though. Do you get to fight a lot of these cactus guys? Is this in this update here?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it.
I love these guys.
I mean, I would assume they're there, the cactars.
Yeah, the cactars. They're awesome. They're doing that Peacemaker dance that got banned in Fortnite.
yeah, they are.
Well, anyway, that's a thing. Got some other good news. If you're a fan of ESO like me, they make these really cool dragons. I don't know if you guys have seen those before. Really, really great dragons in that game.
I haven't seen any great dragons in ESO.
Ah, shit. Well, let me tell you something that may or may not excite you then. The devs behind the canceled now Xbox MMO Blackbird game, they were making a new MMO. And it got canceled. It got canned as part of like this recent run of like cuts and layoffs and all that shit. They launched a brand new studio and called it Blackbird. The name of the code name of the game they were working on. I think that's great. That means they're together again. They're all going to make a cool thing. These are all ex-devs from the ESO team. A couple other things. One of these guys came from Blizzard. Let's see. They were describing this MMO as a cross between, Bo, you'll like this, Cyberpunk 2077 and Destiny. Maybe not the Destiny part, but the Cyberpunk part. It's exciting. Anyway, Blackbird Studios.
I believe Bo is calling for a timeout for some reason.
What's wrong, Bo? You all right?
I don't know. He raised his hands. Does he need to be reinvited in? Did he leave?
Oh, did he leave the voice?
He's pointing to his ears.
Oh, yeah. Bo fell out of the room. He's back. Hi, Bo. You're back.
Thank you. I missed that whole thing.
Oh, what happened to you?
I accidentally clicked X on the wrong browser tab. It's the first time it's happened.
Yeah, not bad.
But
It's not too bad. I found out I'm getting Google Fiber next week, by the way. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Well, soon as next week. I hope they're done. They're out there digging holes and they claim next week, but I don't know for sure.
Well, they got to put the internet munchkins in the ground.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited. But that reminded me of that for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm glad you're back.
Right. Well, sorry about that. My bad, guys. But yeah, so Monster Hunter sucks is TLDR.
And I keep getting it wrong. It's not Blackbird. That's what the name of the previous game was. It's Sackbird because they all got sacked. Get it? They got fired. And they couldn't do Firebird because that's already a million trademarks. So Sackbird is the name of the new thing. And it's cute because the logo is this crow walking with a little stick with a sack on it like a hobo.
Oh.
And so Sackbird
It's not like
Studios.
a bird with large testicles.
No, not yet. Not yet. Let's see if I can find the official site.
The girl birds.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. You can see it. There's the logo. Look, he's cute. Walking with a little bag. He's like, I got fired. I'm going to go make a new MMO. Anyway, they're going to make a brand new MMO. They're going to be a whole original IP. They'll carry some of their ideas forward. Hopefully some of those are some of the, excuse me.
Wow.
The cyberpunk ideas they had. I don't know what that looks like, but I always like it when independence happens from layoffs. So we'll see how it
They're
goes.
self-funded for multiple years. That's pretty big.
Yeah. It's a big deal, right? And they've got, a track record. These, ESO's a successful MMO. Although you worry a little bit now that people are leaving and Microsoft's doing weird shit. But other than that. Anyway, I'm sure the dragons will look good. That's the important thing. Bo, there's a VR headline here. Tell us what's going on with YouTuber CNC Dan and his 3D prints.
Well, there's just a few fun things. There's a YouTuber called CNC Dan. So if you want to watch this video, just Google CNC. That's Charlie. Charlie.
Charlie.
Letter N.
And Charlie Nancy.
I can't. What's the key spelling for N? Nova.
No.
Charlie Nova Charlie. So CNC Dan, as in Dan.
Nailed it.
Anyways, it's a YouTube video where a guy 3D printed his own headset and shows how to make it, so you can make it for yourself for under 150 USD apparently.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Now it's not fully featured like one of the products to get, but he just likes racing games, and racing games are great for VR mods and such. So he 3D printed and shows all the steps about how he went through everything to make his own 3D headset so he could play his racing games the proper way.
That looks awesome. He made his own optics? Where do you get the optics? I assume he's got to buy that somewhere.
I mean, he printed it all. You can make your own lenses apparently. And his files are available for the files are available to download. He's not charging anything for it, or it's not locked behind a Patreon. I think it's in the description of the video.
Oh yeah, there it is. Cheap, quick piece, PCB 3D printed. That's amazing. I love stuff like this. I don't want to do this because I don't have time.
And it's not like, I spent $10,000 making something I can get. It's just like, it's also super cheap, and makes me feel like, these headsets might not be that expensive to manufacture. And I don't know. Listen, out of all the technologies that have been overhyped and then shit by the end, I want to say VR is actually stable and good, and everyone poo-poos on it, but it's the only actual, new tech that is actually provably better than where it was, and actually has a scene and is a competent actual product.
A DIY VR scene is for some reason that's exciting to me.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's one of those things where you're like, no one can make those. That's only special places that can make that stuff.
Yeah, it really tears down that notion. These, by the way,
it's just a monitor you strap on your face and just need good lenses. It's it's not actually that. It sounds I think making the actual software is tough.
Yeah,
but the hardware, not so much, I guess. Nowadays.
Well, before people complain that we misled them, the lenses he had to buy separate. He didn't print those, but still, they're cheap. They're what is this? Australian $2.97 a lot. Which is
I mean, I bought lenses. They were more expensive off Zenny for my VR headset, prescription lenses that I had to put on top of the actual lenses. They make them specifically for Quest 3.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. I can actually use the headset without wearing my glasses. It feels so liberating. Even though I got a bigger thing on my head, it's still just nice to see without my glasses on, so to speak.
Do you think this makes Meta nervous at all to have people home?
No, because this is one guy that just made it. It's not like people are going to go out and make thousands or anything, but no, I think it's fine. I mean, you would hope you would hope it would catch on and become popular, so everything else's price is going to come down. Specifically about the next article we're going to talk about.
Oh yeah,
VR world.
Let's talk about this. Valve's long-awaited standalone VR headset, the Deckard. It's named after our cat here at the Johnson house. I'm sure that's what it is. Anyway, it could be here before the end of the year. That's if they get here from China. That's kind of a rumor going around.
Yeah. So apparently there's some reports that orders have been put in for 400,000 to 600,000 units expected by the end of the year. And that, makes me nervous because I'm going to start saving because I think...
You want this, dude.
The big thing... I've got my Steam library. This makes... If I get this headset and I like it better than the Quest 3 and I can give the Quest 3 to someone, I can fully close my Meta account which would be amazing.
Oh, that would be nice.
I went to go close my Facebook account, and it was like, oh, it's gonna mess. Like I have purchases on my Meta store, not a lot, but I'm in the environment. I was like, oh, I don't want to close my account now because they got me on a headset.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm hoping the technology is a bump. This is going to be a standalone headset with, I don't think, any of those room things. I think the old Index has pods you have to put around your play space and stuff. I'm hoping this is like Quest 3 and better, basically, in terms of
what they call that, towers or something is what most people.
I don't really know, but I know they had a thing. But I'm hoping, this is probably going to be a pricey piece of equipment. It's Valve, not that they have exorbitant prices, but they're usually not cheap. So
sure.
And a headset means probably a flagship product. So let's go Half-Life Alyx 2. Even if I don't get the headset, there'll be probably a game coming. So, exciting news. And this year, so I got to get to saving because I'm going to want to buy this.
Save those pennies, man. Yeah. John, good news. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 devs are working on a big thank you update. It will include a new location to fight in, boss battles, and highly requested quality of life improvements. You can turn all the French people off. Just kidding. That's not true. We love the French. You excited about this? A little something extra for you?
Yeah, it's awesome. More Clair Obscur. Absolutely. It's like the game that I look at the most going, I wish I had more to do in it.
Yeah.
And, it's like, yeah, I can play it again. And I started New Game Plus right away, and I was into it. But I've got 100% in that game right now. So I mined it for all the content I could find. I'm more than happy to get more. I saw our friend of the show, in that we like him, Ben Starr, saying that he was doing another recording session for Clair Obscur. So he said a very small one. So seems like maybe there's going to be some new lines and dialogue in there too.
Sure.
And I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah. They claim,
and also, big kudos to them for hitting that many copies. Like, I've said it before, like that game came out and all the news stories were, oh, poor Clair Obscur. Had to get released at the same time as Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. It's going to be overlooked, this poor little game that could have been and will never be.
Yeah.
And then it ended up dominating everything, and I couldn't be happier for that team of people. Like, when you listen to their story, when you listen to where they came from, it's right up there with the way you feel when you hear about Larian or Supergiant or any of those studios. Like, they just seem like people to celebrate.
Probably going to sweep Game of the Year, right?
I think so.
My expectation.
Even now, with all the new stuff,
it's a tight year. I don't. If I had to predict, one of the big things the year Baldur's Gate 3 came out was that it won Game of the Year everywhere, right? Like, it unanimously won. I don't think Clair Obscur is going to unanimously win. If it does, I would be so stoked. But I do think the fact that a company's first game with a small team with a reasonable budget is that much in line to potentially be in that situation is astounding. I mean, there was a big to-do made out of the Golden Joystick Awards announcing, and Clair Obscur was not nominated for Console Game of the Year or PC Game of the Year.
Oh, that's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
But, which is weird. And I will admit, it is weird. Now, people made a huge to-do about this. People were very upset.
Yeah.
They do a separate category for overall Game of the Year, which I think would be crazy if it wasn't in. Because with those two exceptions, it has more nominations than any other game this year.
Yeah. It's a weird.
Still bullshit though, because it's a nomination. It's a short list. Like, clearly you should be on the short list. Like, we're not saying it didn't win. This a travesty. We're saying it's not on the short list for this category, that's bullshit.
Well, I guarantee you it is for the Game Awards this year. This will be on there. I'll bet my left foot on it. You can take my left foot off if I'm wrong.
I mean, Jeff Keighley's already making snarky comments about it every time he goes on a stage somewhere.
Yeah, that's his thing now. It's his gift to the world. Real quick here, it had, for the stave off some other emails, we know that Oblivion Remastered did well, everybody. That's not what John is saying. That thing sold something like 9 million copies in 3 months or something. But that is a big established thing with a huge fan base, and it's not some small developer out of nowhere making a cool new thing. The fact that they hit 5 million at this point is a unmitigated success in that context. It's just insane.
Yeah,
so
5 million's huge.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So ecstatic for them. That's awesome. I should play it so I could see this extra shit. I haven't yet. I don't know why I brought that up. I'm just asking.
You should
for
play
people to
it
give me
not
shit.
just to see the extra shit. You should play it to see the original shit, which is also very good.
Yeah, the original shit. That's their new slogan on the back of the box.
Yeah.
And then finally, Arc Raiders censored out as bad chat word. What?
So we're not really COD players. I missed this whole controversy.
Yeah, this is great.
Which might not have risen to the level of it being enough to be on the show, except I think this goes with the Xbox thing, right? Because Call of Duty is owned by ABK and now it's a Microsoft thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really bad look when you run a game and you're like, we're going to censor the name of another competing game in our in-game chat.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like I just don't want to play any of your company's game. Like that's horrifying. That's
really weird.
That's an abuse. Like it's super uncool, and it's so very obviously uncool. And I didn't know, but so what? The reason this came to our attention is Arc Raiders is coming out, and in their marketing, they asterisk out their own name. So if you scroll down and look for the tweet there, click see more on it.
Listen here,
yeah. So that's their release PR. So they're taking, they're taking shots at the competition.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it's the news article is more about like what is going on with the company that runs these games, like Call of Duty. Like I'm going gaming vegan, you guys. Like, oh my
gaming
God,
vegan.
I have never rooted so hard for a video game I have zero desire to play.
Right.
Arc Raiders.
Arc Raiders is not my game.
No.
But I want them to be immensely successful.
Yeah, I'd love to see them just dominate the charts. I would love to see Call of Duty take their whip. Like, how cocky are you that you're already Call of Duty? You're already the Madden of action shooters every year, okay?
Yeah.
And you stoop to this level, this pettiness, to make that Arc Raiders as a cuss word in your chat.
There was a meeting somewhere, and someone's like, "We got to put we got to put we're not allowed to talk about a competitor's product." That's like when you it's like you go to Starbucks and I don't know, like, and you're like, "Oh, so is that the Dunkin' Donuts?" And the Brewster's like, "Hey, you're not allowed to say Dunkin' Donuts in here."
Yeah, F that.
Like you get a pile of shit. Whoever made that decision, like, fit the whole piece of shit into your mouth and choke on it. Like it's like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, it's such like an abuse. Like, I get the profanity. We all get the profanity. There's kids playing. Maybe people don't want to have it. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're gonna just not let us talk about a competitor? Like, wow.
I mean, in some ways, it's the best PR Arc Raiders could ask for, right? Because they're
it's Streisand affected. We're using it again, kind of. Like, I don't think that's technically again the use, but the more you repress something, the greater it wants out. Then the more you tell freedom-loving, Americans or Canadians or whatever, freedom-loving people, they can't do something. They're like, you know what? I'm going to play Arc Raiders now because F you. I hate this game, and I'm playing it because you made me so angry. But telling me what to do, I'm going to do the opposite. Or maybe I'll just log into the Call of Duty beta and just write Arc Raiders.
Yeah, just type it over and over, spam the channels.
Yeah.
When's
put spaces between the letters so it gets through the chat filters.
Arc Raiders is official on the 30th, right? Yeah, it's out on the 30th.
end of the month. So I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Not because I'm that interested in Arc Raiders, but it's the guys who made the finals. And the finals
are cool, man. That's a good game.
I don't play that game a lot, but I have mad respect, and I like it because you can destroy environments. And to me, I'm like we're looking at ways to make games better. It isn't just about how many CUDA cores are on my graphics card. Are you using them all?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, give me destructible buildings, bitch.
Yeah.
Like give me some fun shit to do. Like Call of Duty's the 7th one. They still don't have destructible buildings, I bet. Like, what are you guys doing over there? Sleeping? Like,
is Arc Raiders a pay for game or is it a free to play game? Do we know what that is?
I think it's gonna be free to play, I think, but I'm not sure. Let me look.
Because it comes out the day after.
No, it's not. It's $57.99.
Oh, that's definitely a pay game. It's not bad though.
But it's probably about 50 to 40 US.
Yeah, that's not bad. 49, I guess.
But
I could look it up, I suppose.
It looks sweet. Like I have a lot of they've earned a lot of credibility from me with the finals. I think the finals was solid as hell.
Yeah, that's a great game. Still has a bunch of players, still people playing it. Oh, $39.99? That's a good deal. Here in the States.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
And it is the day after Outer Worlds 2, though, which I am getting on day one. So I don't know where my head's going to be, but.
Well, you don't have to play all games on launch or whatever, but I think I might be saying like, man, this game's fun. I need people to play with. I think it's like a team extraction shooter. So
John loves extraction shooters. We're in. You ready, John? You excited?
Well, I mean, that's why I said it's a game I'm severely rooting for, but don't necessarily want to play.
Look, I ordered all this extra sarcasm. I have to spend it somewhere. I got to do it somewhere.
I'll take it.
All right.
I'll take it.
I got it on Temu. It was a good deal. All right. What else? That's it for news. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, dear Martha, no, not today. All right. We're giving John a break. Let the guy breathe, for shit's sakes. You bunch of bitch holes.
Got angry energy today.
I do. I'm full of caffeine or something. I don't know what my deal is.
Me too. We're going to get to some good stuff.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about a bunch of games we played, though. And turns out Hades 2 is real good, you guys. We'll talk about that at length. Got a few other interesting ones to tell you about. I got this one called It Has My Face that I cannot wait to talk about. It is the weirdest game. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Okay.
It's so weird. And then I finally get to hear how Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered Ultra HD Powered Extra Edition is, because John played it. Lots of good stuff coming up. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, put your Vegetas in your pants and let's do the show. We're back, and it's time for us to not play Dear Martha. I have this habit in my head to play it now, but we're not going to. Instead, we're jumping straight to the games we played. Let's do it. That's the wrong one. Hold on a moment.
Wow.
You were on.
Whoop, that doesn't work either. There we go. Yeah, there was a sniffing thing. I think that was Brian Dunaway. Let me check that again. Yeah, that is him.
That sounds like a dog intensely searching for something.
Do you want to hear what he thought of Steam in 2005? Not even a year into Steam's existence. This is what I have this clip from all the way back. He says this.
I don't like Steam.
He really didn't like Steam. He's wrong.
Nobody did at first.
No, everybody's afraid of change. Now he says,
I love Steam.
He made that up for me, but still, he loves Steam now. As we all should. Steam's great.
Steam. Yeah, sure.
All right, let's get to it. We played a bunch of games and we share played Hades 2. Let's talk more about Hades 2. Before we do, real quick, I want to play a very quick phone call from a listener who left this about Hades 2. Here you go.
Just a little rant on Hades 2. Goddamn stupid rat boss again.
Okay, he didn't like the rap boss, the rapping boss.
I think he said
not
rat.
not a rapping boss, a rat boss.
Oh, I thought it was part of the...
Who is literally named Uh-Oh. And I feel like they're named Uh-Oh for a reason, because I got to agree.
I thought it was one of the singing ones, and there was maybe a rapping version of it.
No.
Okay.
It's a tiny little rat who has a giant health bar. He's a sub-boss, like not a full boss.
Right, but no one likes the rat.
He was a mini boss in the first one. They didn't have a name for him. I think that's why they named him Uh-Oh and just brought him back.
All right, so he's a pain, though. I don't know why.
Although he does have a health bar, and most of the mini bosses don't have the health bar at the top, so he's extra special. And yes,
he's got a lot of health. He hits hard. He doesn't get staggered.
Okay.
So even though you're chipping away at health, not armor, he doesn't stagger when you hit him. So if he goes to barrel into you, you're not going to break him out of it. He's going to just plow right into you.
Is he a meme boss? Like, do you feel like the game. The developers are just
freaking
like,
sucks.
hee, hee, hee.
Scott, how is it that you literally, every time you pull up Hades gameplay, I've played most of this game, and you managed to show something that I haven't seen yet?
I don't know. I mean, this is Bo.
Oh, because it's Bo. It's Bo's gameplay. Okay, it's Bo's fault.
And this is like,
not Scott's fault.
Yeah, this is my
it's
fault.
literally Erebus, like level 1. That's why I thought it was safe, but I forgot you don't unlock all the gods immediately. There's
Some come later, yeah. This is Bo's.
So that's what I wanted to start with, which is how far is everybody? So I don't spoil it.
I mean, I'm not as far as you. I know that for sure, and I'm pretty sure I'm not as far as John because he played a bunch this week. So
I assume John's farther based on our text conversation.
Oh yeah, I haven't gone up yet, and you both have gone up.
However, so you haven't even gone up yet.
I have not gone up yet. No.
Oh my god!
I had no time this week. I played hardly.
I
anything.
have
We're never gonna be able
completed.
to talk about this game.
I've completed 2 runs going down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
hubba.
I've done a few others. I've gotten to the boss of the 3rd area going up a couple times, but I have not beaten him yet.
All right. I'm at the point in the game where I should start going up. All right. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Bo has been.
Did you beat the down path yet? Like, are you finished the down path?
No, but I'm close to doing a run where I beat the down path. That's where I'm at.
Okay, so did you see the boss? Like, are you at the last boss of the down path?
I have seen it and died immediately or close to it, which is why I got frustrated and have not gotten further.
We're talking about Grandpa, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a spoiler, isn't it? A little bit.
I don't think it's a spoiler to say that Kronos is a boss in Hades.
Well, that's a fair point.
That's like saying Hades was a boss in Hades. Like,
and that it's your grandfather is also pretty well established early as well.
Like you get told this, like literally you start the game and it's like death to Kronos. Like I think it's one of the first lines. If you consider the fact that Kronos is a boss in this game, a spoiler, you have set the bar too high and we will not be able to appease you.
Well, also there's this, he's constantly reminding you that he's going to be a problem later. Like you can't ignore Kronos and the eventuality of Kronos. So yeah, let's put it that way.
Kronos is a boss. That's who you've gotten to, right? Scott,
yeah, that's
Kronos?
as far as I've gotten. I died and I just didn't have time to play much since.
It's okay. It's okay. This isn't about criticizing. It's about trying. We're on week 2. I have no life this game again. I have completed the story. I have completed the epilogue, and I'm onto fairly high difficulties. I'm not completely 100%ed yet. I have a few bonds to max out and a few things to do, but from a difficulty challenge standpoint, but I'm pretty much done. So it's important for me to try and.
You are far enough. You've actually beaten Hades 3, and it's not even out in beta yet.
Well, I hope there's a Hades 3. Although I hope there's again a certain character you haven't run into. I kind of hope he's a game.
Oh, hello.
All right. He probably won't be because I don't know, but I just really like. Yeah. Although John wasn't that impressed. He's like, I think I met the character, and you were like,
I guess because you said it was a guy, so I was like, okay, well, it's a guy. And there were 3 that I encountered on the going up path between my couple of trips up there. And he would have been my last guess because I thought he was the least cool and the least interesting of the 3.
Mm-hmm. Well,
right. I was fist pumping for everyone. I was just like, oh yeah. Like as if you forget like, oh yeah, that's a Greek myth guy. And they put that in and that's a Greek myth girl. And they put her in. Oh shit. And I completely forgot about this character.
Was I wrong? He was in 1, wasn't he?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He wasn't? Why do I feel like he was? Maybe I'm thinking of...
You thinking of the arena boss, like the 3rd act boss in Hades 1? I can't remember what the name was, with the Minotaur. And
honestly, I might be thinking of a different game altogether, because this character shows up in a lot of stuff. As a character that had his own television show and Disney film.
Yeah.
But
it's a character that, like, when they turn up, you're like, oh, it's so-and-so.
I like his depiction in this because he's so, like... shit. The character is often depicted as, like, someone heroic and, I'm going, and this, he's just, like, a mass murderer. Like he's just like he's like all I do is killing. I just kind of like the depiction of him as like not a hero because he's always put typecast in that way, right? Like, oh, it's this character is always like this from the Greek god, and in this one, it's like he's not like that at all. He somehow still feels like a good guy, but he doesn't feel like a very good guy. And well, there's more to talk about with how he gets woven in, so I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, anyways, I don't have much to add from last week. I glazed this game. It's my game of the year, I think, and I've been playing nonstop this week. And it's hard. It's hard to talk around things. Except, do you guys have any questions?
Tell me about the
questions or things you want to know.
Tell me about the end game stuff where you're kind of laddering up difficulty levels. What's it called? I don't know what they call it in this.
Well, in Hades 1, the end game was called heat levels, and that's where you earned rewards to upgrade your weapons by putting more difficulty mutators, including extreme measures bosses. So every boss fight in Hades 1 had a second version called extreme measures that really changed it up, including a whole bunch of new dialogue for the repeated times you would face it and stuff, and like story involved in that. And that's pretty much, you can expect that in this game, I suppose, that, finishing the game is not the end of the game. You have ways to make things more challenging, ways to progress your weapons. And that's true here too.
So it's a bit like Diablo's
it's implemented
thing. Diablo 3, I should say.
But like in Diablo, it's just, you do more damage and you increase the health and the monsters do more damage. In this game, there's a lot more thought put into it. So for example, one thing is, everybody moves 20% faster. And they do have enemies deal more damage. They have another one where like enemies drop these balls you have to pick up, or they resummon at one time. So there's all kinds of different ways to make the game harder. Buying things costs more.
You add those mutators. Do you say, hey, I want them to drop the balls? And
you pick which mutators you're comfortable with. And, and as long as you have enough to meet like the difficulty level, then you're eligible to. In this game, they call them testaments, but I'm not going to spoil too much.
So it's a lot like funny enough, Mega Bonk has basically that system for tiers and mutators.
It's funny because this game got me thinking about ARPGs and how this is like. It's funny because it is a roguelite and has all the things of a roguelite, but ARPGs have like kind of suffered from this evolution of always having to be online and wanting you to play them year round, and this like sickness of being like, we want to clear screens and it's about the loot drops, but like it's kind of about the challenges and the variability. And this game kind of captures where I wish like ARPGs broadly would have gone towards instead of the direction they've taken, because this game, rocks, and I'm not going to play it forever, and that's okay. I was even watching, so again, I think his name is Chris Wilson. He's left Grinding Gear Games, but he has a YouTube channel. Not a lot of videos on there, but his content has been really good.
Oh. And
he interviewed, I think it was like a main guy from the Crate, the Grim Dawn guys. But it's mostly just the dev from Crate talking the whole time. And, he said this thing about developing like Grim Dawn and stuff. He's like, it's like, the audiences expect that these games are designed that you'll play them forever. But he's like, no one plays games forever. Like our data shows you play the game for a while and then you leave. So, he's like, that kind of feedback is like not helpful for ARPGs, and the fact that design has gone that way a lot for Grim Dawn. Or when developing Grim Dawn, it's just like they just ignored that. Like, because it's like not helpful. If you're making a game as a service, that's kind of you that's how you make your money. But if you're like them, they were just making a game to launch, and that's why they did release other DLC, because people wanted to keep playing, but they have zero expectation that anyone's going to play their game forever. And it's a really interesting interview. I recommend people watch that. And they also sort of soft tease that there might be a Grim Dawn 2, by the way. Kind of
hello.
Cool.
Really?
They're working on Farthest Frontier right now.
Right. They got to get that out of early access, but
it's not fully announced, but they've been talking about it as like a next project they might.
I love Grim Dawn. I'd be all in. That'd be great.
So, but like, this is like the point of like Hades, where it's like, I have these, once you're done the game, it's like, you might think most games you beat a boss once and then you're done. And in this game, there's an up and a down. So you beat the 2 challenges, you're done. But like, this game wants you to run it over and over and over again. And it like helps keep you going because there's reveals, there's stories. Like if you think of games with hubs in them, they don't really get you attached to the characters, and they don't really grow and develop. And this game, has a hub where a story does develop. They always say new things. There's a lot of reactivity. So like Odysseus will comment on what killed you and give you a tip on how to do it better. Nemesis might say like, oh, you really sucked that time, or oh, you really did it. Damn, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. So more like it's almost, and it's like none of this is fancy 3D mocap graphics with high stuff. It's like beautiful art. And like, I don't care what AI people say, like tech still hasn't gotten to the point where, if you get some hardworking artists to make great stuff, that the game is awesome and, needs any of that bullshit. Sorry, I got a cough. Excuse me. I had a tickle in my throat. Anyways, game's awesome. I've been playing it nonstop still this week too.
Well, you are the litmus test for all things how deep you want to go in a game like this. So
yeah, I mean, I've been getting way into it as well, and it's amazing to me how this game feels like. Yes, it's more Hades, but I think so often we use the term "it's more of that thing you like" in a reductive way. As a way to just sort of say like, hey, it's more that thing you like, but nothing special about it. I think what's special about this game is that it somehow is just more Hades, but it still successfully captures all the elements that made Hades great and lets it feel fresh and exciting again, even though it's technically something you've already played before. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that's sort of the magic that it has woven, is that, yeah, it's more of that game. But it also, we joke a lot about, I wish I could go back and forget everything I knew about the game and play it again. It kind of does that. It's not 100%. Like, I certainly made it a hell of a lot further my first run of Hades 2 than I did my first run of Hades, because a lot of that carried over. But at the same time, I still feel like there's lots of interesting things to discover. The story itself, honestly, my biggest hurdle with the game, beyond a couple like real little nitpicks, is that it made me realize how much I care about Hades, because I find this world super depressing because all the bad things that are implied to have happened to the characters I loved from the first game. Which is a great motivator, because that's the whole point of it, right? Is like, get revenge, go out there and stop Kronos. It's like, okay, well, I want to, but like, as I go through and I learn what happened in the time between the first game and the second game, I begin to realize like, oh man, I really care about the world and these characters. They've done such a good job of developing them. Mm-hmm. And it feels like a refinement of Hades. Almost everything about this game feels like a perfected version of what came before it.
Which is already pretty close to the perfection sun at the time anyway, right?
I will say, controversially, Bo might disagree with me on this. I think there's one exception. I think the tarot card system is way more fun to interact with and build upon and look at than the mirror. It is far less understandable from a what am I getting on this run perspective. And I don't know how you balance that, because in the first game it was the mirror and you looked at it and you went, okay, toggle, bump this, bump that, do this, do that. Boring, but I absolutely clearly understood what I was doing each and every run. This game, way more fun to interact with, to level up, to expand, to grow. I kind of forget half the bonuses that I have going into a run, because I think it's displayed cleanly.
I think it's
nicely.
Understandable. I think what you're saying is understandable. Like, I haven't had that problem, but I think it is understandable. Like, because everything's on a card and you have to highlight it to read what it is. Whereas it showed you in a list, like one screen list, what all your bonuses were that you could easily summarize. And I think they just need to include something like that. Like
so to a degree they do, but it's an additional level, and it's always hard to ask people to take an extra step. If you pull up your boons window, it does list them out much like it would on the mirror and show you what it is. But again, if you want to just toggle and play with options, it's like, okay, well, I can see it. Now I got to go back to the cards, and because some cards activation hinge on other like patterns being selected, you can go, oh, I've got this great build. I'm going to just pick this. And then all of a sudden 2 of your cards go out and you're like, oh shit, that was tied to something.
Yeah. The 0 cost cards have awakenings, which means the tableau has to meet certain requirements. For example, one of the awakenings is you need to have a whole bingo row activated to turn the card on. So if you turn something off that breaks the bingo row, you don't get the 0 cost card, for example. And some of it's done, I think, to balance out and break certain things. I don't know. I had pleasure with it, but I've been no-lifing this game. So, you go from ignoramus to expertise, and not everyone's going to play that intensely. So I can kind of understand that it's not the clearest aspect of the game.
It's like John said, it's fun to interact with and unlock. It's just hard to keep your head around what it did when you last saw it, or that you're going into this run with that information. I wish they had
that's
a way
not
to
the
do
only
that.
thing. That's not the only thing. Eventually, you'll have to know before setting up a run too. Like there's your keepsake, right? You have all kinds of keepsakes doing stuff. Your weapons. So yeah. There is some cognitive load on that front for sure.
Yeah. But it's great. Game's great.
So I have a question then. Let's talk, because now I know to what extent maybe you've seen things. Has everyone met Nicolas Cage?
Obviously it isn't really him. So who
are you considering Nicolas?
Narcissus or Narcissus.
Oh yes, I've met Narcissus.
Yeah, met him.
Don't fall in love with me, okay? Because I'm already spoken for.
I didn't think of him as Nick Cage, but now that's all I'm going to think of.
Listen to his voice. He's he's like, for no reason, like it's Greek gods. There's no reason to channel a Nick Cage style for Narcissus, and he looks like a K-pop idol. Like he's fair and light, pretty, and it doesn't match, but the game does that a lot. It does these anachronisms where it sort of breaks your expectation, where you'd expect, oh, I'm in love with my own vision. I don't have time for you, Laurel. I also like that he doesn't call you by your name. He's just like, oh, hey, Laurel. And you're like, my name's not Laurel. And he's like, yeah, whatever.
I can't remember where I saw him. Is out in the world, right? That's where you run into him first.
He's in Oceanus. He's like he's like a NPC you can come across in Oceanus.
Yeah, I think that must have been what I did. I think I've only seen him the one time, and maybe since then I've had because he has boons and stuff.
Yeah, he has boons. So he's, whenever you see those angel wings, as a next room pick, that's like an NPC you can visit. In Erebus, it's Arachne. And in Oceanus, it's Narcissus. And I just love him. I just love the whole artwork with his voice and how he's just very well written to be in love with himself. He's like, I don't like hanging out in the fields of morning. Too many shades there fall in love with me. And there's not enough room. I need time to look at myself in the mirror.
I gotta find him. If I can find just a quick line from this, let's see. I don't want all of it. It's not really a spoiler. He's early. If you go to Oceanus, I hit him.
Yeah, it's
quick.
Act 2 of the beginning. Well, at this point, I'm considering spoiler stuff that you two haven't done. If you're playing Hades on your own and not there, just skip this whole section of the show. I should have said that maybe at the top, but.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get his cutscene here.
Oh, it's too much. It's never enough.
Oh my gosh, it does sound like him.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like Andy Samberg doing Nicolas Cage.
A little bit.
What it sounds like.
Like an impression.
But
yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely Nicolas Cage. It's and I'm like, oh my god, this game is so awesome.
That is going to annoy me next time I see him.
Yeah, and he's a real annoying character for sure. He's constantly misnaming you. He's constantly like, look, I think you're talking to me just because you're jealous.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm not.
No.
He's like, it's okay. Here, take this and get out of here.
He's like people in real life. Yeah.
No characters register as annoying to me right now because there is one character that is overbearingly annoying to me.
Can I guess?
I'm just gonna say one word and you'll know who it is, Bo. Scott has. I think almost everybody's probably met her, but not seen her full capacity. It is Strife.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she's meant to be she's meant to be a chode. She's
I know, and they did
she's
a
Strife.
very good job with it.
You're supposed to,
very good job.
Yeah.
You're supposed to feel Strife, like, you know. She lit. Have you gotten to the point where she's littering?
Oh yeah, I'm
constantly?
picking up litter. I'm picking up litter, and the biggest though, it's like they needed to check a bunch of boxes, and they were like, okay, personality, but they know that there's going to be people like me that assume, like, you know, people who in Dragon Age Origins really got to know Sven and realized he's an awesome character. It's like, okay, tough nut to crack, but if I hang in there, I'll find a quality character underneath. So there's going to be people that can power through on the personality. So let's give you an annoying chore to do when you're around her. I'm fine with that. I don't mind that. It gives me a little resource. I used it in a spell. It's fine. They're like, what else can we do? Oh, I know. Let's make the most obnoxious fight in the game around it. I cannot get through that damn fight without losing multiple rebirths or whatever you call them. I don't know what it is about that fight and my play style. They don't go together. I cannot fight her without getting beaten up.
You'll get there. Like all these games, it's practice. You're meant to.
Oh, I know. So originally for me, it was the fight in Area 2 going down. That was the first one that I struggled with. And it was like, I'm guaranteed to lose at least one resurrect on this. Death Defiance. And now it's very rare that I die during that fight. And I don't know when the magic happened, but at some point magically I just couldn't get hit by them anymore. And I was like, great, this is amazing. I am not there with that fight. Oh my God, I hate that fight so much.
Comes around.
And it doesn't help that, like, they put up like Final Fantasy 14 style telegraphs, and my Final Fantasy brain, which works really great on the boss after that, but my Final Fantasy brain goes, oh, okay, that's the telegraph. I'll just move out of it. But the moves go way beyond what the telegraph said it was going to be. And it drives me crazy. I hate it so much.
And then she taunts you when that happens. Oh,
and then she's the most obnoxious person to lose to. And your character even says it like, why'd it have to be her?
Yeah. The game knows, man. The game knows.
Yeah, like they definitely made a character you love to hate for sure in Eris. So yeah,
I think I have a prediction about the Hades thing in general, that future action RPGs, even those that are trying to emulate the gameplay and loop and loot system and sort of itemization that you find in a game like Diablo, the Diablo series, or Path of Exile, I think that the lessons Hades brings could revolutionize how you feel about the story about those games. If Diablo 4 had this kind of like, oh, I see you've just done a thing. I mean, obviously you don't have people visiting you and giving you boons all the time, but like the in-town interactions that you have, if they were on the level of this, where the machine knows where you've been and what you've done, and you can have those conversations in a city or a hub or whatever, it would change the whole feeling of a game like that in the positive.
You just landed, we always joke about what game do you wish you could will into existence? Diablo 5 by Supergiant Games.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, I mean, following the Hades formula of like having, we're not doing power fantasy. You're gonna have challenges. You're gonna have fun shit to do, but it's not gonna be a race to whatever.
Yeah,
and have those NPCs like form relationships with them, right? Like in the beginning, you're like, I don't know who these people are, but I've like talked to all of them 100 times by now, and
yeah.
And now it's over, and that's okay. I'm a little sad, but I can always play again or play the first one. But like, at some point, you'll run out of road. But we got to stop trying to expect or make games that will last forever, which is like what happened from Diablo 3 onward. I mean, there was a lot of talk was about like Real Money Auction House and like always being online, but like the actual problem is trying to, we know from the Plain Ice book, is trying to turn everything into World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Yep.
And so yes, a Diablo 5 by Supergiant Games that has a beginning and end, but is repeatable to a point until you're done with it in terms of difficulty would be great.
It'd be amazing. I'd be way into that.
Yeah, I think John made an astute point there. Also, John, on topics of conversation, you had an interesting theory. Do you want to talk about it on the show or no?
Oh, do it. Well, what? I don't know.
Because I was like sort of confused. I dismissed it, right? Because I'm like, well, I feel like I had it happen to me, but it was just toggling through. But I don't know.
I mean, I guess I haven't had any confirmation on this, so it's safe to say because it's 100% just a theory that I had. But I was goofing around in the menus, kind of checking everything out in Hades 2, and I went to the character biography page, and by default, it puts you on Melina Way, and I tabbed down, which the next character on there is Hecate, and the line that she was going to say, because Hades 2's got a lot of contextual lines, she started to say the line for her own journal entry, but she said it over Hecate, and it was, "It's me." And I was like, "That's not you, that's Hecate." And then I went, "No, wait a minute." She hides her face, and all we see is one green eye. And she hides the other eye, and she hides her face, and she's a mysterious witch, and she seems to be very weirdly attached to the main character in some way. And now I am 100% convinced that for some reason on this fight against the Titan of Time adventure, they are the same person.
Did you also notice? Did you notice that she has she has an arm also that matches? So she's got the weird glass. Yeah, let me pull this up.
I thought she had it covered.
So she doesn't have this hand's exposed, right? This one here.
Yeah.
But this one is not.
It's covered.
Yeah. So I think she's covering that because in there.
Yeah, but I mean the abs don't match.
Well, yeah, but she's older. They're the same. They're not the same age.
No,
so,
no.
I mean, I'm gonna get a 6-pack in 10 years.
Yeah, dude. Looking forward to it. She's got this crazy hat. Yeah, I think it's a good theory. I like it. I don't think it's a spoiler theory. That's just a theory.
Look, I like Hecate. There's a reason that my two highest relationships in this game right now are Nemesis and Hecate. I apparently have a type.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both awesome characters.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
no doubt about it.
There isn't one I hate. I do have anger towards the Strife character, as you'd expect, but I think she's well done.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the character. But maybe there's one character that I'm like, but I'm still happy he's there. You met him in Act 2, I think, probably.
Yeah. Well, there you have it then.
I'm trying to think of
2.
who it would be.
So not the guy with the animal on his head. And not any of the bosses, but while you're on boats.
Oh, yeah, you don't like him?
Not that I don't like him, but he's kind of a dweeb.
He's a little bland. He's a little bland.
I think if I was to pick,
he comes across like aw shucks, like
yeah. But I'm glad he's there. But like and I was like, oh man, yeah, this guy's a Greek guy too. I forgot about that. But he hasn't impressed me too much. But yeah. Also, the Act 1 boss is pretty awesome, even though he's like not that impressive.
What on the going up?
On the going up, yeah. Scott needs to go up, so you guys need to go up and get to Act 4. So
okay. Actually, it's funny you bring that up. This is the last thing I'll say. Again, I got nothing but love for Hades 2. Hades 1, one of my favorite games of all time. I think Hades 2 is probably better than it. Mm-hmm. But I had two gripes, and we've already talked about the first. Gripe number 2, I don't like the way this game handles the information about going up. And Bo knows this because I just flat out asked him, I was like, what's going on with the going up path? Because you get the ability to break the barrier and go up. And narratively, if you played Hades 1, you know this. Denizens of the underworld are not allowed to walk on the surface. That was actually part of the loop of Hades 1. When Zagreus would get past his father, he would go up and he would have a moment on the surface. but his life force would eventually fade away and he would die and he'd have to go back and he'd have to work his way back up. So it makes sense that another member of his family also cannot go up on the surface. So I went up there because they were like, go up. It's important. You got to go up. And the game has a mechanic that makes it very clear you're not supposed to be up here. Mm-hmm. That's story accurate. And I went, oh, okay, I can't go up. So I stopped going up. But then as I continued to do the down path, I started seeing recipes for things I've never seen. And they were all real world things. It's like, here's a recipe that requires an onion. And I was like, well, I'm not finding onions in the underworld. And more started popping up. And I was like, I don't think they're just trying to entice me to like stick with the game. Like they seem to want me to go up, but why would I? I just die. And it's because the game does want you to go up a couple times. But me being I just went up and I was like, oh, I died. Well, I guess I'm not going to go that way. So I ignored that chunk of the story for way longer than I feel like I should have, because I feel like their desire to protract that out, my initial reaction was just, oh, well, I won't go that way. And right. it shut it down earlier than it should have for me. So I guess as a tip to other people out there, maybe keep trying it even if it seems pointless.
Just brute force it. Yeah. I don't remember feeling any frustration about that, but I had a lot of time and it's the only game I'm playing. So I'm like, I'm going to brute force everything till I figure it out, but if you don't, if you're just trying to play it and be like, can I enjoy it this way? It can be maybe frustrating. Like you said, you got the wrong signal and then avoided doing something you should have been doing. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand that. I was similarly confused, so I think it's valid feedback. But
we got some breaking news I'm going to share real quick. That's
Hades 3 announced.
Partly why I went kind of quiet, but I think we knew that there was maybe some shifting around going on. But Greg Street just posted on X, and Taz brought it in the chat. I thought it was the same story. This is a very different story. Basically, it reads like this: I wanted to share news that Fantastic Pixel Castle's time as a first-party studio within NetEase's games is coming to an end. They've been very gracious and supportive of looking for other publishers for our game. However, in the current market environment, very few deals are getting made by any game, let alone something on the scale of an MMO. We're doing all we can to find a publisher and investor. At this time, we're encouraging our team members to explore future opportunities and supporting them through the uncertainty. If we're not able to find a publisher soon, the reality is the studio would likely close and the entire team, leadership included, would be affected by that. And then he goes on and talks about how much he loves the team. This is the first I heard of this, so it's just like, as someone who does a monthly show for them, I'm like, oh shit.
If you're coming out and saying it, then I know Greg's very transparent, but I think you would try to hold off on saying something like that publicly for as long as possible. And this situation was not good.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't
kind of a Hail Mary to make a connection to get funding,
and I don't suppose in the current conditions, I just don't see anybody swooping in and going, hey, we'll take all the risks. Let's go. Like he could maybe crowdfund. I don't know. I got a lot of questions about this, but
it's a tough thing. Dreamhaven also, speaking of other Blizzard alumni making games right now, like they're reportedly in very bad shape. Mm-hmm. Like Wildgate, Sunderfolk, like none of them have hit in large. And I think, they're going to be doing layoffs or looking for investors, and it may end up at the same fate in the long run as that as well. So tough. Yeah. That's tough news for them. I watch the podcast every week that you do with him. Word on the Street. Yeah, it's awesome.
I love doing it.
You have great guests on that he brings on. He has like very cool people on the team. They're like all of them. Like there's never a week where they like bring in like the team's like shithead or whatever. It's, like everybody there is awesome. There's no because it's a lot of different people. What I'm trying to say is I'm really invested in seeing this game come out, and this sucks. Like, as someone who's participating on the viewing side of the experiment of let's include people in the development process, which is I know something he wanted to do very much.
That was important to him.
Yeah. It's not even just that he's done stuff with you. He's been on Asmongold's stream and stuff like that. He's done quite a bit of, the social media sphere in terms of talking about the game and presenting it to people. And I know he recently had a bunch of influencers play the game, and I think they enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. I enjoyed myself in the beta, or in the, the couple times I've been in there and done play tests. It was shaping up. I don't know.
MMO development, right? Like, it's
a beast.
Expectations are so huge. It takes so much work to get out the door, even though they were trying to limit their scope. It's a sad thing.
Yeah. I don't know what to quite make of it. He'll probably reach out and we'll talk more. But anyway, there's that. Sorry for the sad news on top of the excellent Hades 2, which is succeeding wildly. So, hey, small, agile teams. Turns out maybe that's the future of games. I don't know.
Well, scoping seems to be definitely an important thing to do with the talent you have and the time you have, I guess. I don't know.
Sounds like something Gandalf told us once.
He talked about scoping, product scoping. Bilbo.
Yeah, Bilbo, we can only do the product scoping with the time that is given us. That's what he said famously. Let's talk about Mega Bonk and clear the air on what's going on here. John, I know you played a ton more. I played a bunch more. You have unlocked a lot. And my previous, I had a position briefly of killing the most character or the most NPCs on a leaderboard for a while. And then John decided that he would make it nearly impossible for me to ever reach that high again. So what have you been doing in Mega Bonk, and how's your time in there?
Before he talks, can I ask a question about this game?
Do it.
Have you guys been playing more Mega Bonk than Hades 2? Not a criticism. I'm just wondering.
It's a
probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
What time I had to game this week, which was limited for other factors that have nothing to do with games, I was always presented with like, well, I could bang out a Mega Bonk real quick, or I could get sucked into Hades. It doesn't sound right.
Bang out a Mega Bonk.
I can fit in a Mega Bonk nooner, or I can.
Yeah, because the runs are only 10 minutes.
Well, your runs are.
Yeah. A little premature there, no pun intended. But you get a 10-minute run, you unlock a bunch of stuff. You do feel driven to just keep going, but you can do a run in 10 minutes and have a great time and make progress and then pick it up later. So I did default to that a lot. I assume John did too.
I have about 30 hours in Hades. I have about 50 hours in Mega Bonk.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's a lot for a game made in a weekend.
I mean, the thing about Mega Bonk is, Hades is, and they're very different. I think it's definitely apples to oranges.
Sure.
Because part of the reason Mega Bonk gets that time, if I want to watch a show, if I want to do something else, Mega Bonk is a great game to have on while I'm doing it. I can't do that with Hades because I'm invested on the story and I want to read the lore and I want to see the characters and I want to appreciate the art and I want to immerse myself in the music and I gotta think about the build in some deep, meaningful way. In Mega Bonk, I'm like, I don't know, what'd you give me? Let's see what armor does this time, I guess. I don't know. And you just go with it. But it's super fun. And yeah, look, I'm by no means, I have a high score in that game. Shatterproof, I think right now on my friends list, is beating me. I don't know what Shatterproof did.
Well, he's Shatterproof.
He's funded so many of your games, you got to be like, okay, we'll let him have it.
Yeah, let him have this one.
Shatterproof has beaten me by about 10,000 kills higher than my best run right now.
Well, last I checked, you were in front, or maybe I didn't look very close, but yeah.
Well, they reset. They just did a reset.
Oh, I thought it was that actually explains a few things about the number. All right, never mind.
So, yeah, it is such a fun little game. Again, like it walks that fine line of being like making you feel like an overpowered madman, but also being challenging at the same time. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, Vampire Survivors is still my favorite of these. But every time I play Vampire Survivors now, I know I'm going to become an overpowered badass. Mm-hmm. Every single run.
Yeah.
This game, maybe I play and die in a minute. Mm-hmm. Maybe I play for 30 minutes and get a crazy high score.
Right. 10 minutes.
No, so that's the thing, Scott. Once you unlock, once you beat level 1,
Right.
then you go to level 2 and you do a 10-minute run, and then you fight a boss, and then you go through a portal and you do another 10-minute run.
Right. It just keeps
and
going.
fight a boss.
Yeah.
And then when you get to stage 3, you do that 3 times. And once you get to the end, then they start sending ghosts, and you can fight ghosts for as long as you can fight ghosts for.
Yeah, I've seen streams of computers crashing to pieces from that level. They get that far and it's like you're unstoppable. You're just at Giga Chad standing there putting off so much heat that you're just eventually the screen fills up with too many sprites and the whole thing crashes. It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's insane. It's super fun. Right now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to beat Shatterproof, because I definitely, while I was top of the leaderboard, I got very arrogant and I went into the Frog Pants Discord and I was like, here's the bar, folks. Good luck.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, they stepped it up, and now I have to actually work to be at the top of my friends list. So now I actually have to figure out how to get real good at this game, especially because Shatterproof is considerably ahead.
Have you tried any of the challenge modes? Like my favorite, I think, is one hit, death. It's like you just basically, it's a hardcore core mode, and it makes me play very differently because one hit and I'm dead.
Yeah.
And I've
done a few. I did the one where the map filled with lava every now and then.
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
fun.
insane. Be the monkey on that level, or when that happens, because
climb. But it's the desert. What are you going to climb?
Oh,
in the desert?
good point. They don't have anything out there that's like, yeah. In the main biome, the starter biome, I forget what it's called, something forest. It's has
forest.
Yeah, is it just forest? Is that it?
That's just forest.
Of course, this game only calls it forest. That's freaking funny.
Is there fall damage in this game?
Yes. Oh yeah. Although you can mitigate it with upgrades and boons.
Oh, and also it's static. So whether you fall a billion feet or 10 feet, it's the same.
Yeah, you can reduce that amount, but it's always the same amount. Or the distance anyway, or the same amount no matter how far you fall. And John said it better than me. I don't know why I'm trying to reset. But anyway, the monkey can climb trees and objects and stuff. But if you're in the desert, I don't know how you're doing that.
So who do you like to play as? Who's your character?
So the dual gunslinger robot guy, I like him a lot. I don't know why that one really just glommed for me, and I use him quite a bit. Funny though, the only character I've unlocked multiple skins on, which means you just got to play him a ton, is the stupid default fox guy. I like him. He's good.
Yeah. Well, the luck stat is really nice when it comes online.
Yeah. It kicks in. Yeah. Toward the end of a thing, the luck stat pays for itself. Let's put it that way. But I like the dual pistol starter robot guy a lot. I tend to default to him if I'm just in for the fun. I'm like, all right, let's go. It's going to be great. And if I can get him with his default guns are all good already. I forgot what his base bonus is. It's something good. But anyway, whatever it is, it might be a armor thing. I can't remember. But I pair that like with picking up the fireball chucker.
Yeah.
And I just have the best ranged type thing ever. I still don't love melee builds in the game. There's a couple of interesting ways to augment, make yourself a little less fragile if you're in big crowds or whatever. And that's good, I suppose. But I don't enjoy the melee builds, but I don't enjoy those in any of these games. So it's not the game's fault.
I think like for melee, I think in general you have to do a balance. Like it feels very hard to go all in on one or the other.
Yeah.
Especially because like the default sword has knockback, which is frustrating because it's like, well, you can't do a number of attacks because you knock them out of range, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, by default, the sword kind of knocks them out of any benefit of swinging the sword multiple times. So, like, I think you always have to mitigate a little melee with a little ranged. But you always know that when it gets to the ghost phase, you're going to be piled on.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the melee can start to shine for you.
Yeah, and I always regret not investing in it when that happens. Because I'll get to a point where I'm like, oh, all right, they're humping me. I am covered in ghosts, or not even that far in. It's like this particular wave is just those running zombie guys. F those guys. Like, they're my least favorite NPC in the thing. They're fun, but it's, they're really brutal and they're fast. So if I didn't spend time at least thinking about speed improvements and or melee improvements, they just swarm me like a bunch of perverts. It pisses me off, but the game's great. And every once in a while I find something weird. Have you found, this is the weirdest thing during my last playthrough, I found what was it? It was like a blanket or a box or something. I don't remember. It's some inanimate object seemingly just sitting out there. And I thought, what is that thing? That's never been in a run before. And I went and clicked it, and it became one of the hardest bosses I've ever fought. Ended up dying to it.
Was it the guy in the bush?
No, guy in the bush was a whole separate thing. I've done that too. I did the monkey unlock one, which was similar kind of thing. He gets a whole big red bar at the top. And I forgot what it was. I was so pissed about it, I kind of blocked it out. I don't remember what it was, but it basically had an I-beam thing that just focuses these horrible high-speed I-beams on you. I cannot remember the name of it, but that keeps happening in this game where there's just shit will come up and you're like, what? Who made this? Why does this game have all this shit in it? Like, it's so ugly. It doesn't deserve, like, it's crazy, this game. This game's crazy.
Yeah. And it's so good.
Yeah, and they're kicking butt. They beat like all the concurrence last week or something. There was like the highest concurrence of any game at the time. He sold, and I say it's a dude just making bank. That's what Greg should have done. Go make one of these.
That's the depressing thing about this stuff sometimes, if you think about it, where it's like, we want to make an ambitious game that's going to be really fun. And then some guy's like, here's some shit.
Here's Megabonk. And it turns, and it's not, I mean, it's obviously you're not saying this, but the game's fundamentals are extremely
it looks like it was made
good.
in a weekend. Like, I look at this and I'm like,
yeah, exactly. It's ugly as shit.
This is popular. Like,
but to me, you could levy the same criticism towards something like, and I know what you mean, and I agree with you, by the way.
Going on under the hood of a game than its logo.
Right. You could say this about Slay the Spire.
Show any kid what you grew up playing thinking was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Go grab a kid and say, hey, kiddo, cool guy, put down your Roblox because I'm going to show you something. Check out Chrono Trigger. And they're going to be like, this looks like shit.
I'm not playing this.
This looks like this was made in a weekend.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're playing Roblox. What are you doing? This is art. Like, you sound exactly the same, because at its core, video games are not just about graphics and how many people worked on it and all of that. There is a primal, like, it can be that too, but there is a primal, like, it's fun, escapism, and it's well made.
And the dopamine is hit.
I mean, what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I've played Survivor likes too. I don't share the appeal that the people who play it have as well. I also find that a little on the depressing side, but I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, so I don't.
Sure. No, it may not be.
But like, personally, I play it and I'm like, my life is finite. I can't be playing this garbage. Like, there's got to be better shit than this. You know? But yeah, it's okay. People are allowed to play.
No. They absolutely are. But let me say this about Slay the Spire. That's a game where even to this day, I crack it open and I know that it's a great game, and I know that under the hood, this is an incredible experience. Yeah. But that game is ugly as a butthole, and has been since day one, and it drives me slightly nuts. Like, it's like, man, that thing is bad. But where it just under the hood, it knows what to do, and whoever made Mega Bonk, this guy figured it out.
So my critique is of the genre, because I don't press any buttons. Like, I have another hand. I want to do things with it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, my critique of the genre is like, you are understimulating me. Like, you know, that's
this
just
isn't that. You jump, crouch. There are things you do. Sometimes
slide. Yeah.
Depending on the weapon you pick, you have to aim.
Yeah.
Can I press attack?
No.
No.
Yeah. See, there you go.
You don't like the auto attack.
For me, yeah, like I'm like on principle, I'm like, I can't attack. Why am I playing this? So,
Wild.
but it's fine. That's just personal taste. I'm not making some judgment like it's a waste of everyone's time. But like, that's just me.
You might like Death Must Die.
I don't think you have to apologize, Bo, because society has chosen whether you're a hero or a villain, and the numbers.
That's where I find it depressing. I'm like, all these people are playing. I'm like, God damn! Like we want games to go a different direction.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, oh, let's take away the buttons on the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
But see the problem, and I know you don't mean that to be necessarily
I'm joking.
taken literally and seriously, but like, I think the answer is you can have both.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, of course.
Because the reality is we can live in a world where you can have Mega Bonk and you can have Hades 2. And I played both this week, and I had just as good a time playing both for two completely different reasons.
Yeah.
And it's not the Hades 2. It's the comparison to something like what Greg's doing versus this. That's where I go like, But that's just how it works.
Yep.
Whatever. It's just what it is. Like I'm not saying something's wrong with the world. Again, we've talked about this in the context of music. You could spend a year making the world's best song. No one cares. You spend 30 minutes jamming, and it's the song of the year. Makes you $1 billion. That's kind of how music works. It's how a lot of creative stuff works.
Yeah. You can spend 20 years trying to stream video games and become huge.
It's not shocking to me that a
do
game
it.
made in the weekend is more popular than a game that took 100 people.
I try to make my wife laugh all the time. I tell funny jokes, do funny things, show funny videos. The funniest she has ever found me and ever laughed at anything I did is one day I was bringing her 2 donuts, and I had 2 donuts sitting on a plate. And I put the plate upright and held the donuts so that it covered my face. And I peeked around the corner with a plate for a head and donuts for eyes. It is the hardest she's ever laughed at anything I did in my life. And I'm so sad that that's what she considers
just a dumb visual. Yeah.
The top.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever done. It's the hardest she's ever laughed. That's just the way it works sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like my most viral social post ever was a picture of what? Sorry, Bo. What?
Pluto as Pluto.
Yeah, the Pluto thing. That thing took off, went crazy. And I'm like, I shit that out in a 2-second thought. I wasn't thinking of nothing. And then
trying to go viral for years with your cleverly worded tweets.
Yeah, or even like comics I draw or whatever it is. Like I'm trying to blow up with something, and the thing that blows up is that waste of time. Like it's so weird how it works.
Yeah, so this is game of the year, right? Like if Clair Obscur wins, we're mad because this is the best thing that came out this year.
No.
No.
Okay. I'm just trying.
I mean, this game's going to be on my list of. It's going to be a part of my lists. How that fits in, what
I
we call
will
it.
find a way to talk about this game during Game of the Year.
Yes, like this is clearly up there, and it's corroborated by the fact that it has high concurrence and has been maintaining high concurrence.
Yeah, it's doing bank right now.
People love this game. You know what? I could boot it up tomorrow and be like, "Holy shit, this game has me by the chode." I just can't. I can't stop playing it. Short and curlies, I suppose.
I think Bo would love the challenge of one of these. If you
look, I will say I did enjoy playing Vampire Survivors. I have considerable hours in it. I just those games don't have an end, right? Like at some point you have to decide I'm going to do other stuff. I have 27 hours in the Vampire Survivors.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in a day, and I was like, how are you getting 27 hours in a day? I want to do what you're doing.
No, not in a day.
Damn.
It's more of like a this feels like fast food. I'm not happy that I can't, it feels very limiting. It's just a personal taste thing, but I'm glad you guys are loving the game.
Well, we are loving it. We'll talk more about it down the road, but let's swing on over. Oh, I also played a little bit of Soulstone Survivors. I don't have a ton to say here. I played some Deep Rock Survivors as well. I just am in the mood for these because this game whets your appetite and you kind of just want to go make progress and everything. I will say the cargo thing, it's basically protect the drill mode. You know how you play in real Deep Rock, you have to walk by the drill and get fuel for it and defend it. It's that, but they put it in the Deep Rock Survivors mode. And it's fun. It's really good. I was surprised when I unlocked that, how much I liked it. It was cool. And I really like the little miner guy. He's my new favorite dude. John's favorite in the big first person game. Maybe in this one too. I don't know, but he really got his claws into me playing him. I like him a lot.
The one that I felt stuck with because everybody else picked their dwarf first and then ended up going, you know what? He's the best.
You are him. He is you.
Sometimes you stumble into perfection.
Yeah.
I also feel this way about D&D classes. I was like, oh, everybody picked other things. I guess I'll be a bard.
Okay.
Now I can't imagine not playing a bard, but
it went your way, man. That's what happened.
I liked it.
Let me tell you guys about a game called It Has My Face.
Hell yeah.
This is a weird one. So I got this on sale, the autumn sale. Steam seems to just they've really perfected the sale thing. Like there's always something in there I want, even though I have a lot of what they have on sale. This is a weird little game I hadn't even heard of, but I found it and the reviews were so good. I was like, oh, wait a minute. What's this even about? What's going on here? Very unique, very cool game. It's basically this. You wake up in this dystopic future with all these pixely looking people. It's a first person game and the environments are kind of standard first person, whereas the characters in them are all these hopping around low poly looking pixel men and women, and occasional weapons like he's picking up right here in this video. And you're looking at a mirror in your other hand. If you're using controller, you hit the left bumper and it brings up this mirror and you see yourself. And that is not who you really are. But you have to go find the clone of that person and kill them because if you don't, they are going to kill you. So every run you have a target and the target looks like you. They are pretending to be you, but really there's some kind of, and we don't know this yet because we haven't finished the story. When I say we, I mean me. I don't know where this is all going, but somebody's impersonating these people. And even though you're not that person, you've been cloned into them and you got to find where he is. And that clone may have some powers like the ability to make everybody look like you. So now you're like, oh shit, which one of you is it? And that's a temporary thing. And when that goes away, you may or may not pick out where the guy was. You have other tools that you unlock as you go along, different weapons, different stuff. Sticky grenade's my favorite because you can throw it on the guy and then run away and he'll blow up even if he didn't see you. Your job is basically assassinate the guy before he gets to you. And when he sees you and decides to go for it, his eyes turns red and he runs towards you with a knife and just ends you. So you got to be quick about it. You also don't want to arouse too much suspicion from cops and stuff when you do these things. If you die, you lose some of your progress. You have like a save point in your progress, but if you go past that save point, lose progress, you go back to where you were. It sounds bad, but these are so quick, it isn't that big a deal. There's also a mode to turn that off and just always have your progress. So for people that don't want to deal with that, that's a thing. What else can I say about this? When you get to a point where you go back to your hub, the hub has an upgrade thing, so you're putting points in that you've earned through these runs, kind of roguelike style, and then improving your weapon speed, or this gun does more damage, or you run faster, or you have more stamina, or whatever it is. And then there's a bunch of story stuff that I'm still trying to make sense of. Very, very, I don't know, mystery science stuff going on. And then you go back out into the world and you do it again. Find new weapons, unlock stuff you didn't know was there before, so on and so forth. Oh, here he is with the dynamite stick. That's a fun one too. Collateral damage is fine as long as it's not getting you killed. And you can run and hide and eventually lose the chase. If a cop's after you or the guy that supposedly you're supposed to kill ends up coming after you, you can lose him, which is why you want to upgrade your stamina and stuff. Anyway, I found myself super way into this. The loop is short. It's fun. The art style works for what it is. I don't know if this looks like something Bo would make in a weekend or not, but you know,
I love this. This looks awesome.
Yeah, the look is cool. You know what the vibe is? The vibe is almost like, hey, a little bit of Hitman, a little bit of, oh gosh, I don't know what else to compare it to. Hitman, I do get Hitman vibes here and there. And it's also this trick of like, okay, I look like this in the mirror. Is that the guy? And if you kill the wrong person, you're screwed. So you're just really compelled to, oh, there he is with the knife. Get the F away. And the cops are dicks. And that blood you see flying, that's your killer wiping other people out on the way to you. But if you get lost in the crowd, you can lose them. And then it's kind of back on again. You can find other weapons, switch to those. It's a rad little thing. And like I said, it was, well, last I checked, it was in the 90s on Steam. And it's a small little game. Oh, here it is, Hypnosis, where everybody looks the same. And then eventually this purple effect goes away and then they all look back to their normal. But it's a very, very cool game. I fell in love with it last night. I just kept playing it. And it was totally worth it. I think it was on sale for like $6. I don't know if it is. I don't think it's still on for sale. I think that sale ended, but definitely check it out. It is called It Has My Face. Yeah. Very cool. Great little loop. Very fun game. I love shit like this. I love weird little games that some dude made no one heard of. It's fairly new. I think it came out on the 20th of last month or something. So
yeah, it looks like a September release.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Early access too, so you can expect, I guess, more content.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought he was done. Oh, that's good. So there's more coming? That's cool. I could see this turning into, I don't know what the end game in this thing looks like. There's a ton of potential at the hub because you can just see doors that are locked that you're like, what's in there? And all kinds of ideas that aren't open to me yet. Maybe some of that's early access stuff that just doesn't open yet. It's neat though. It's real neat. John played Final Fantasy Tactics, the Virillion Chronicles or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still playing away at that. Like, kind of 3 games right now in my life: Hades 2, Mega Bonk, and Final Fantasy Tactics. So I don't have a ton more to say because this game kind of just is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's a hard game to sell people on. And it seems like it's doing well. I hear a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people talking fondly about it. But it's a game where it's like, hey, do you like tactics games? Yeah? All right, cool. This is a really good one of those that's very well done with high production value. And the story is Shakespearean and extremely good. It's like, all right. You either know if that sounds appealing to you or you don't.
Shakespearean in the language of it or just the kind of storytelling style of it?
A little bit in the language. Like it's definitely using, stylized language to a degree. I mean, it's not going full Shakespeare, but like, it's that, I can't remember the exact line, but there's a part where, a guy busts in, kind of interrupts, and they're like, call him rude, and he's like, mayhap bowed heads doth.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of that, but like it's understandable. Mm-hmm. There's no point where I was like, what did they say?
Yeah.
You don't need a translation for it. It's fancy.
Yeah, I'm down with it. It's a little bit like Fire Emblem does that a little bit. I don't mind.
Yeah. And it is it's just really good. Like the story's just really good and interesting. And it's weird because I put it on there because it's like, yeah, I played it. I should talk about it. But it's like, what do I really have to say about it? I'm still doing tactical battles and it's still really interesting. Mm-hmm. And to say more would be like, here's the intrigue that's going on and here's what's going on with these nations and going after a group of brigands known as the Corpse Brigade. And are they all they seem to be? And what was the nature that drove them from being valiant knights in the past to now mercenaries and all of that? And how does that factor in with your desire to be a proper knight? And what is your place in this world? That's all in there, but I don't know how to convey that. That either interests you or it doesn't. And so I don't have a lot else to say beyond that, except I continue to see how deep the job system is, the way it connects, the way you can customize your characters and build them. And it's a really good, deep tactics game. And I do think you would like this, Scott.
I know I would. I love the original, so I'd be into it.
I think this would be a Steam Deck winner for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. I love some people want to play it for the fact that they include both the old and the new. I would definitely get it for the new. If it were me, because I played the old one, PSP version, I think is where I played it, and I really liked that game, but I don't remember shit, so I could play it. I'd be into it. Bo, more Void Crew a little bit. You played a little more than just Hades 2.
Yeah, I had 3 hours in Void Crew. I played maybe 80 hours. I basically play every day Hades for 5 or 6 hours at least minimum. But I did play some more Void Crew. So Void Crew is our Sunday multiplayer game. I guess we took 2 weeks off of playing, so this was our first week back.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized you asked to get in on this. We're still not good at the game, so you won't come in. And if you guys, both you and John have an open invite, it's up to 6 players. So
I do want to get in at some point.
The team would be more than happy to have you join. So
my problem is Sundays have been, I got to go see my mom days, but that may not be true this weekend.
We usually start around 8:00 Eastern, which is like 6 your time. So I don't know if you get back in time for dinner. You can always join a little later.
Sure.
But anyways, open seat for you. But yeah, Void Crew remains fun. It's hard to get everyone to open up their wallet. There is a new one that's getting a lot of hype right now called Jump Space, which is a game that's kind of like this. But I don't expect us to move off of this one for a little while. It's fun. There isn't anything new to say apart from they did have a patch which updated a third ship, which is like a mid-sized ship, which is perfect for us. So one of the things about the big ship, it's really cool, but you got to walk super far to get to all the hard points and to like make repairs. So, and the small ship is just way too small to you feel like you're in a dinky little boat. So this mid-sized ship is pretty cool, and we were having a good time. Everyone was like, going to bed, and they didn't want to go to bed. They want to stay up, and we've been having our time coordinating, but we have wanted to play again. I think it's really great. The feeling of being in space with your friends doing space things is cool, even if it's just a lot of shooting ships. The one thing I will say and note as a negative is that it's submarine controls for the spaceship.
Oh,
so you play No Man's Sky. There's no upside down. There's no up or down in space, right? You're just in all directions. In this one, it's like if I want to go up or down, it's like submarine depth. Like I can't fully actually rotate in any direction, which is an okay limitation, maybe because maybe that's too much for the game to handle. But it doesn't feel like real space travel. Like it's enough of a critique to be like, I'll still play the game and enjoy it, but like, come on, guys, it's space, like
you don't have the XY axis. You only got the
And I would levy that criticism too. At I believe that's the case in the Dreamhaven game too, Wildstar or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know they were limited by that. Had like a ceiling.
Well, it's like you can still go up and down, but like you can't, you can't turn crazy down or up or whatever. It still feels like the game's designed on a certain horizontal plane.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just I've been playing too much No Man's Sky this year, but it doesn't feel great to have a space game that's like, man, you're stuck on a horizontal plane.
What was that Outlaw game, space game? There's 2 of them. Something Outlaw.
Void Bastards?
No. Something. It had Outlaw in the name. Anyway, the first one was basically a single.
Space 2?
No.
Everspace 2 is a great example of, things are kind of horizontal, but you can fly in any direction.
You can go anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, like a proper space game.
I can't remember the name of this game, but the Outlaw game.
Oh, like I think I know what you're talking about. Like it's
they're both sports. They were both space games. The second one made it so you can go anywhere. First game though was on this flat plane, like you said, like submarines or boats, kind of.
Is that Outlaw game you liked playing where you had to do trading and stuff?
Yeah,
like
I liked that game a lot, but my biggest beef was it was like I was flying in a sandwich.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I hate, like, you kind of understand that, like, I'm going to have to suspend my disbelief because whatever they were doing, that ambition was beyond what the capability of they were able to do.
Oh, there it is. Rebel Galaxy. Thank you, Tondagosa. And then the sequel was Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, I think. Right. And Outlaw fixed that, but also Outlaw wasn't as good at the rest of the stuff the first game did. Anyway,
that's just the tough limitation. But I will say, if you're playing a space game, maybe like not a grand strategy like Stellaris. Yeah, Stellaris is still. You do expect a certain amount of stuff being on like the same plane, but like it's space. You got to do space, right? It always feels better when you do space, right? And as the pilot, I'm like, there's like a ship down, so I'm trying to face my guns so that Pepperoni Pete really is a gunner. Like he's just like, as soon as we get in, he's like, what do I shoot? And I'm like, dude, we have an away mission first. Like, chill out.
Yeah.
He loves just shooting. Like I'm almost like concerned. You find out your friend likes to kill hamsters or something.
He's killing animals.
Not that he's doing that, but he has.
I know what you mean.
He's a little bit bloodthirsty. Even though he's like, oh, I love this game. There's so much like, switches and stuff. But then when we get to like doing anything, he's like, show me what to kill. And I'm like, don't you want to scan minerals or something? Anyways, so there's like enemy ships flying below, and I'm like, let me point I got it. Part of the communication you do is communicating to your pilot that you need to be facing a certain way because you got to hit the targets. And I'm like, oh, let me rotate. Oh no, you can't. We can't point down. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's space, but we don't have that capability here. If the ships are not on the horizontal plane, you're all screwed.
Yeah, it's all played like Star Trek, where everybody meets each other face up. It's like, oh, there's a warbird, and it's staring right at the Enterprise, and they're exactly like this.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, always. So yeah, but it's still, there's not many games of its kind, except there is Jump Space now, but which I kind of think I'll probably have to play that solo, and if it's good, I'll have to convince. It's very hard to get 4 people to spend money, especially those guys. So, and I don't want them to waste their money.
It's reviewing real good. Jump Space is currently sitting at 90% at early access launch. It only came out a week ago.
But, you get very picky. It's reviewing very good, but I think its emphasis might be less on the space combat and more on the away mission with the guns. I don't know. So it might not hit with this particular group.
Yeah, I can't tell. It seems like there's a fair amount of both, but they do show a lot of ground shit.
Yeah, so it's like I'm gonna have to get in and try for myself, because I think the thing that connected with Void Crew is like it's fun to have the ship to tinker with. Like I say away missions in Void Crew, but it's very minimal. It's mostly space battling.
Mm-hmm.
So but when they do that, that's a critique I would do for Void Crew. It's really fun. Like the only one who wasn't happy with the class he was like focused on was Crofton.
I'm shocked. Crofton didn't like something. Come on now.
It was because like I'm the pilot and Mike's the engineer and Pepperoni Pete's the gunner, and he is like, I can't remember what they called the one he picked, but it was like, it's like collector guy. Like it's the guy that goes out of the ship and can like collect things the best. But then he got his grappling hook, and it's basically like a Spider-Man thwip. So, he can be out there and just like hook onto the ship and get back really quick or pick up items and stuff. And now he loves it. He's like, I'm Spider-Man, but in space. And now he went from like not really liking it to loving it immensely. And what's fun as the pilot, I just have the RTS view of everybody, which is also, it's a pleasure that I wish more games had, where you could be the RTS player for like other people, because I really enjoy being in the cockpit and just seeing everything and communicating what needs to be done, like I'm playing StarCraft, while they're like just doing all the stuff.
I'm 100% with you on that, because like, this is the time of year. It's been a while since we did it, but we used to play Phasmophobia, and I always wanted my role to be in the car watching everything going on the monitors.
Yeah.
Because the problem with Phasmophobia for me is because I don't get scared by it. When someone goes, I see a ghost, and everybody's like, okay, we got to get out of the house, I go in because I want to see the cool ghost stuff. I'm like, well, let me see it. I want to see what it does. Mm-hmm. So I die every game of Phasmophobia that we play because I'm a terrible teammate that just gets excited when scary stuff happens and seeks it out. Mm-hmm. But if they would give me a role in the car where I like, radio and can facilitate and can switch monitors and be like, okay, I'll watch for that and I'll do that, and I'll be a guy in the chair, I would love that. I really wish that's how I could play that.
Well, that game's come a long way. I wonder how much of that stuff might be in there.
What's the state of that game? Because I love playing that, because I can play in VR with the non-VRs.
Let's see. It's still a thing.
Yeah, I'd be in. So that game in VR is like extra scary too. And John's like, I'm not scared. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's going on?
It's still,
I think this game is like, I would love to see Scott play it in VR, because I know he has a headset, And it's a scary game, but it's not like Resident Evil or Silent Hill where anything chases you. It's like you hear noises and run around.
Yeah,
but like once you get taken, you just get taken. There's no need to be good at like getting away kind of thing. Like because it's an investigation game mostly.
I find it. So the times I played it, I don't know, 4 times I think total. 2 of those times were some of the most terrifying game experiences I ever had.
Oh, there's new content and stuff.
Oh, there's tons of new shit in this game.
My stepson asked for this game. He got it. He loves it. He wants to play it with me, so I think we're going to be playing it this weekend.
That's awesome.
And
I have it. May as well get in. Let's do it. Let's play.
Let's do a Phasmophobia. I mean, we played with Garrett and Kyle, and I love, that was great to have the full 4 players.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Scott, you want a part of that, and it'd be great that it would be so fun to have you in. And like, I know it's a scary game, but it's not scary like something's chasing you. You're like, oh my god, it's just like vibes. Like I really appreciate this game a lot.
When the lights start like dimming and rumbling, and you're in a corner, and all your stuff's going off, and something's coming, it really gets under your cheese. It's scary. I'd play it though. And we played Jumps04 in the chat says Scott and Lethal Company would be a joy. We played that. Me, Bo, and John.
we did.
Played Lethal Company, but Lethal Company is like sillier than Phasmophobia is like not silly.
No, Phasmophobia is some serious shit.
Lethal Company
wasn't Scott the person who got eaten by the thing you turn your stuff into when we played?
No, Bo was. Bo was down there hammering on it or poking at it, and you and I were standing back, and he got eaten. Because you were trying to figure out why, or no, what was the deal? You were trying to see how close you could get.
Well, because you can ring the bell over and over again.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I'd play more Lethal Company. It's still an early access.
I like both those games very much.
Yeah, they're good games. Yeah. I'd play more of that too. My daughter plays that almost every day. Yeah.
What I really appreciated about Phasmophobia is I could play in VR, and it doesn't require everyone else to. So I could just,
Good, because I ain't doing that shit.
I get my VR experience, and I still get to play with my friends, and that's cool.
I ain't doing. I will not do. I'll tell you right now. I'm just here's my foot. I'm putting it down. No VR horror games ever in my life.
Think about how good we could live stream it. It'd be so great. Oh,
dude, I played a little bit of VR7, RE7. That scarred me for good. I can't do it.
It's definitely visceral, but again, what I like about Phasmophobia is there's nothing chasing you.
Yeah.
Like, it is scary. You do want to run away, but there's no like.
Isn't there a thing though where you go and hide and you can hear them like moving, coming down the hall?
Yeah. It's just you don't have to have like high, gaming dexterity while you're doing.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
No.
Like,
yeah.
It's just moving around and then opening your notebook. Like it's not. Let me hit my controls. Oops, I accidentally crouched while the thing's chasing me. Like that kind of anxiety. It's like. If the ghost got you, he's got you pretty much.
Yeah.
Like there's no like let me dodge and parry or shoot or something. There's none of that.
Scares me. It came out 2020. It has now been a while in early access. That thing's got to be close to 1.0 because it's actively being updated all the time. It's super active.
I mean, I think this is one of those reverse things. Sometimes games launch in 1.0, like especially from AAAs, and it's like, oh, well, I'll play after beta's done. In 2 years. Mm-hmm. I think this is kind of the reverse where the game style is done. It's just. You get more benefit from calling it early access because it communicates that you're still working on it, I guess, as long as the reviews say you're doing a good job or whatever.
Oh, they've added solo stuff? F that shit. I ain't going in there, dude. Not on my own. I'll go with you guys. I ain't going alone.
Yeah, there seems to be like a lot of updates. There's this... when would we play last? It might have been 2 years ago, John, right? At least.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Easily that. I remember when you guys said that.
I have an appetite for some Phasmophobia, you guys.
Yeah, it's Halloween month,
We get a group together. I know you guys are playing Silent Hill F, but if there's time in your schedule,
well, let's see what happens.
I may try to get Pepperoni Pete and a gang to play.
Maybe we're almost done with Silent Hill F. I doubt it, but maybe we are. It's
2 hours long. That's it.
Wow, they really charge a lot for a 2-hour game these days. Jeez Louise. All right, well, there's all that. Good job, everybody. Everyone played games. That was super fun. Let's do this now.
That's a good question.
We got an email. It's actually a text. This is from Ricky, who says, you guys talked about Dynasty Warriors on the most recent episode. You might be interested in Tears of Metal. a roguelike take on the DW formula. There's currently a demo that's definitely worth checking out. So I went and looked at this, and I got to admit, it looks kind of rad. It's basically this kind of crusty art style, but it's got this vibe of like go out and lay waste to tons of dudes. Let me skip ahead here a little and show you what that looks like. And basically play a Dynasty Warrior style game, except it's kind of roguelike-y. You got restarts, you got perks while you're playing. This could be cool. So I wanted to talk about it on the show or let people know. There's a demo. Says it's coming out this year. No date. But
it's 2025.
Seems neat. Lots of blood, guts, weather effects.
The animation style looks cool. It's definitely
it looks neat.
Rich and vibrant and very distinct.
Thank you for that.
It really is like Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, yeah. Especially the longer you go, it seems like some of the powers you get, they build and get crazy.
See, this game is kind of like Mega Bonk, right? But do you think it'll be better than Mega Bonk?
Maybe. Looks like it took longer than a weekend.
But like, you got to press the input to attack.
I love that that's the hang up. You should play Death. What's the one, John, we kind of like?
Death Must Die?
Death Must Die. You can turn on, you can only, there's a way to play it so you have to do all the actions. You might like it.
Okay. All right. Death.
And it looks like Diablo and it plays really well. That's
I remember seeing this one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absalom.
Still in early access, so it's not finished.
No, it's not. That one's still taking forever. Absalom is out of early access? Or no, sorry.
Yeah, that's...
What is Absalom?
Yeah. Absalom launched today.
Oh, that's the side-scrolling beat 'em up,
and it's being well received. It's reviewing well.
It's interesting to me.
I'm very strongly interested. Maybe when I'm done with Hades, I'm gonna boot this one up.
These are the guys that are making. They get saddled with it's Dotemu or Temu, whatever. They make the new Turtles game and the kind of revival of these things. And this supposedly has a lot of Hades style like level up stuff in it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up, but it's a roguelite as well.
That seems cool. That seems like a good combo.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Look at this.
And it's multiplayer. I don't know if it's how many multiplayers, but at least 2.
Let's see, online co-op doesn't say how many.
Solo or 2-player co-op.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
It's got split screen. That's cool. Well, there you go. Thank you for that. And we one more email. This is an email from Carl regarding video game audio. He says, you guys may have answered this before in the past, but wondering what you do for audio with your gaming, headphones, speakers, etc. The people must know, says Carl with a K. I go back and forth. If I'm streaming, it's always headphones, but sometimes if I'm playing kind of just like WoW type stuff or whatever, I've got a pretty good little speaker setup in here, and I just kind of crank it on that, and that way I can hear if someone's yelling for me or whatever. But I'm not that picky. I mean, these headphones I use for the show are also pretty good just as general headphones, and, the more immersive the game, the more I'm inclined to put them on my head, but I don't get that worked up over it. Like, I don't have some surround thing going on or anything. You guys do anything fancy with your setups?
I wear these headphones pretty much all day.
Oh man.
Like, so when I watch TV, I watch with headphones. Except if I'm watching something with my mom, I won't do that. But
yeah.
But pretty much I watch everything with these headphones, and like if I'm going to go out for a walk or go to the store or something like that, they're Bluetooth. So I just take the wire out, connect it to my phone, pop something into YouTube or podcast player, and
look at you.
Go.
Do you have? Are you one of those people? If you took them off, you'd have indents from the shape of it?
Yes. Yeah. Well, because it's mainly from my glasses, because my head's pretty big to begin with, so sometimes there's some pressure here.
I have the same problem.
And like sometimes, like if I'm charging it or I want to take a break from it, I'll just listen to my phone audio sometimes for some stuff. Like I have a you can't see it there. I have a portable speaker that's also Bluetooth. So sometimes if I'm doing dishes or cooking and I don't want to have the headphones on, I can put the portable speaker on, but like 80% of my day is with these headphones. They're Audio Technicas and they're Bluetooth, and
it's a good brand.
Everything sounds great in them. So whenever you switch to something else, there's cross noise.
Yeah.
But again, I don't have kids that I got to listen out for, stuff like that. Like there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't want to have headphones on as much as I do. So yeah. So
there you go.
I'm not suggesting folks do it. John, do you use your Final Fantasy headphones anymore, John?
Sometimes, yeah. I still have them. The little the neck toilet seat speakers.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
They look cool.
I have a sound bar that I just sort of use by default. The headphones I use are kind of the open ones that allow you to pick up. They're not noise canceling, so I can hear myself. Otherwise, when we were doing the podcast, I would constantly be yelling because if I can't hear myself, I just get louder and louder nonstop. And so having kids and all that, I'm constantly listening out for things. So I don't have anything really interesting or compelling sound-wise because I do a lot of, hey, come here, listen to this, or I need to be listening for something. And, you know, if I was going to immerse myself, I'd probably get something a little more substantial, but I'm just not there in my life at the moment.
Yeah.
So
your soundboard
just like,
or soundbar thing
enough.
is a lot like mine. I just have a little soundbar type thing that when I need it, it's great. I can walk around, just have some sound on, play some music, whatever. It's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like a big one, right? You know, like a Vizio soundbar that's like 50 inches wide or anything, or is it like a
No,
okay.
it's about as big as my monitor. It's not tiny, but it's, you know, it's a good size, as they would say.
Yeah.
I forgot I wasn't on camera. I almost held up my hands. I was like, it's this long.
It's as long as that big can on your head that we're showing.
Yeah.
Longer than that. Well, all right. There you go, Carl. Send more emails, everybody. Keep them coming. talktothecore@gmail.com. You can text or voicemail us at 10hams.com, and all of it's on the website at core.show. Quick note that, we have to do we have a classic mashup, guys. We have to share. All right. This is from Jamie. This is called, where is it? It is called Superweed from 2002. Superweed.
Superweed.
No memory of this, but we'll play it and see how it all turns out. Here you go.
I like Poon.
Yeah, you do.
Put that.
Yeah.
Put that on the internet.
Poon is I like Poon.
I haven't touched you in a year, but I'll touch you now. There's a brand new football league happening.
Oh, yeah?
It's called the MLF.
Okay.
And
MILF?
Yeah, I was going to say, Bo's correct. Look at that logo and tell me that we don't have a problem. That's a problem. You can't call
Moms
it.
like football.
Is that it?
Mothers, I'd like to football.
Mothers, I'd like to football.
That seems like just like a really bad name.
In a post-Discovery world, Enterprise is actually freaking awesome. I gotta say, I like that show a lot. I watched it, and I'm like, I love Enterprise.
I like
It's been a long road.
That part sucks.
Getting from here to there.
here to there. It's definitely not getting from here to there.
That's not the lyrics.
No.
Just as a point of order, because I think people are picturing like I shit and it's somewhere people can stand. It's like 50 feet or 60 feet. It's way down in the depths of the lake.
Did you have a floater or did you have a sinker? You don't know.
No, it sank.
It sank.
I don't think shit floats.
It does.
How do you know that?
Because I flush every time I'm done going to the toilet, and sometimes it's at the bottom of the bowl, and sometimes it's floating.
I guess so. I don't know. I lay big pipes, so I'm like, I don't really have those little floaty nuggets I think you're talking about that much.
I had to pick my daughter up at school, and I had to stop the game because it was like, I got to pick her up. I got to go. Well, sitting down there playing that game all night had kind of
you neglected your bowels, right?
Yeah, it kinked me. I'd felt kinked and fine. I get out to the car. I'm like, I got to poop. And I went all the way down there to get her at the school. I'm like, well, if I hurry up, I can maybe go at the school. Then I got to school and went, I don't want to go into high school. It's gross.
Yeah, this worked out so much better. Good decision.
So I grab Carter. Carter comes out. I go, get in the car quick. She's like, what's the matter? I go, just get in the car quick. The lights are slow. The people are slow. And I'm like, I can't do it. She's like, you can't do what? I go, hang on a second. I pulled over. I got out. I went to a construction site that is now a grocery store. And I found a giant pipe. And I sat on that big old pipe.
You shit in a construction zone pipe.
I did.
I want to be concentrating on Dovahkiin stuff, not on procreation. Provocaine.
It's a cream.
There was a joke in there somewhere, but I
for your balls.
Yeah.
This was after you picked up your daughter.
She was
right?
mortified. She was in the car mortified. You couldn't see those. It was night.
It was a Carter. She should draw.
I've heard this story, but I, for whatever reason, remembered it as you just went in the woods like a bear. Not that you went to a construction site.
It was just right
and
there.
chat where some person has to go to work the next day, where someone was like, "Hey Reggie, you want to grab me that pipe over there? I don't know what it's doing. I don't know why they have New York accents. I don't know what it's doing over there, but you want to give me that pipe?" And he goes over and just
Big dumper
Some homeless guy.
You're not gonna believe what is in this pipe right now, man. I did a tier ranking of all my favorite enterprises, and it really got me in the mood to pilot a starship.
Did you really? I love that you did that. Did you really do that?
I did do that. Yeah, I did.
Oh, that is
what
the
do
kind
you
of
think
stuff.
my favorite enterprise is? And it's not, I'll give you a disclaimer. It is based purely on look and aesthetic and how cool I thought it was to see.
Okay.
I think it was
Wait, are we
tied
doing
with something
tier lists
else.
of the Enterprise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we move on? This is real, like, super weed territory, right? That was so rude. I want to hear your tier list now.
I know, right? Now you're into it. What happened? A lot can change in
I'm
2
such
years,
a
3
dick.
years.
I'm sorry, John.
That's all right. That
still-
starship
mean
has
to me.
sailed.
Do you still have
wanna
the?
hear your
We
tier
never
list.
heard what
Maybe next week.
Did we ever hear what your favorite was? I don't think we did.
No, we moved on from it because I was such a dick. We just never actually did the tier list.
No, that's a
I don't
bummer.
think. Unless
Kinda
we did
wanna
it in
know.
the bonus show.
I feel like we started it and Bo interrupted it further in. I think that mashup makes it sound like we were just starting.
Oh,
Bo's like,
maybe.
we're not talking about this.
Maybe. Yeah, the context is a little off. Well,
Yeah, like me
look,
from a few years ago, such an arsehole.
oh, I know, right? Jeez, 2022,
Yeah.
Bo. Jeez.
I was like, shit doesn't float.
But since then, you've had some mean floaters, right?
No.
Oh.
I still.
Okay.
I mean, the big ones sink, right?
Mm,
And you swim away from the other ones. Like
yeah,
you
but
don't just shit in place. You kind of
you move. But
you got to drift.
the problem is you have that thing, if you if a plane crashes in the water and you're near it, the water physics pull you with it because of the way that's thing. I'm worried that if you move it too quickly,
when you shit in a lake, you should throw a rock.
yeah, throw a rock at the turd so that you can go the other way and not have it go shoo-loo-loo-loo and then end up hitting you in the back or whatever.
I think we watched a video of it. Remember with the polar bear shitting in the water, and it was it's just a spray. Like,
It's a cloud.
The fact is, there's like nuggets, but there's also just cloud. Like there's it's just like this vapor that's everywhere.
Yeah,
so,
It's
disgusting.
like
Disgusting.
if someone pooped in the toilet, you wouldn't take a water cup and drink the water. You're like, well, I didn't touch the poop. Because we all know the poop touched the water.
Yeah.
there's lots of particulate, like your ppm, your particles per something. Right?
Particles per million.
ppm is like the measurement of how much ppm is in this.
Yeah, particles per million.
Water.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that
there you go.
that's Bo particles. 1 Bo particle per million is enough for me to not want to drink your water. I don't
Yeah.
want
And
to.
so
it's-
you're just
it's
swimming
impossible.
in that the second it comes out.
Yeah.
But
It's
here's a question: like fish shit, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
So why
The
would you swim in
little-
any
the
body of
little
water
noodles.
if you're worried about shit?
Well, because I'm not in lakes very often, but if I am, I mean, it's a fair point. I'm still not drinking it.
I mean,
though.
do sharks
Okay.
shit when you go to the
Bo.
ocean? Or are you just like, oh, all the shark shit?
Everything shits.
Gun to your head. Well, for one, there's scale. Fish are smaller than a person.
Okay,
Also,
so there's a
if
ppm
somebody-
threshold. That's a
Yes,
problem.
there is. And also, furthermore, if I had a jar and I said, all right, this is water from where a fish pooped and a person pooped, or you can drink this water where a fish pooped. Which one of those are you going to drink? You have to pick one.
Fish water.
I probably with the less toxic stuff, so just the fish one.
Yeah, fish water.
Right.
Yeah, because people water is disgusting, and we're
No,
people.
I understand it. It's grosser than I realized. But, when I say lake, there was waves and stuff. It's a big moving. It's not like a pool, right? We're talking about big body of water, So I just thought it would all wash away.
Yeah, but fish poo is a bit like horse poo. It's just like concentrated hay, and it's not the same.
And
It's of their environment. It's not of McDonald's.
Yeah.
we focused on. So here's the other thing: we focused on the the shitting in the lake part, but we didn't focus on the full psychological part, right? Psychological part, which is, it was 9 days on an island. It was a fishing trip.
Yeah.
So we were in tents, and there's no toilet and no outhouse even.
Right.
They dug a hole on the island somewhere, like a small hole, where and there's 9 men, all squatting and shitting on top of each other's shit in the hole. And my whole reason for going to the lake is I didn't want to smell the pile of shit that had accumulated over several days there.
Yeah, it's bad.
Shit
I agree.
On top of shit.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
I thought
either.
I'll be in the water and it'll just go away, and I don't got to smell any of the other 8 men's shit.
Mm-hmm. I understand this desire. I do. I've done this at camps.
It wasn't like, there's a perfectly good
Yeah.
toilet in the vicinity, but I'm going to shit. It's like choose one of two traumatic experiences.
It's the one to gross you out or the one to destroy a local ecosystem, and you chose the latter to destroy the fish.
It just proves that I'm not a manly man. There's stuff about being a manly man that they don't tell you about, which is like you just dig a hole and everyone shits in the same hole and is cool about it. And I'm like, I am not a manly man.
Well, we're all men of a certain age. I'll tell you this.
Just because I think there's people that are new to the show that maybe know the lake run thing and get a laugh out of it, but don't know the full context of just how traumatic it was. For
I appreciate it. I appreciate
pile
it.
of man shit for 9 days and be told to shit in it. And I did it a couple times.
Yeah, context
Then
matters.
I started I was doing what Scott was doing. I was holding it.
Yeah, don't do that.
There's nothing wrong with shitting in a high school toilet. There's nothing wrong.
Nope.
The hang up is completely insane.
Yeah, it was dumb. I should have gone in there.
You held it, and you ended up going in a pipe. That's what happens when you do things.
Really ruining some workers' morning.
Yeah, those guys had they had a story to tell.
Possibly
when they went
someone's
home.
plumbing. Maybe they didn't notice it and built the house.
I'm sure they've seen weird stuff like this. Construction sites are full of stories, you know?
For sure.
Probably bodies in there.
Yeah. But anyways, it was between those two alternatives. I thought shit in the lake, the evidence would get hidden away. And lo and behold, it wasn't the evidence that
incriminated you.
Caught. It was myself, my guilty behavior, just thinking I could tell it as a funny story, not realizing
What did the other
it would
7
horrify tens of thousands of you.
What did the other 7 men say of your lake experience that were there at the camp?
I never told them.
Oh, they didn't know.
I don't think any of them listen to the show, so I don't think they have any idea still I shit in the lake.
Did any of them take a dip and swim the next day or any, you know what I mean?
I mean, they would have probably called me a wuss. Like, why'd you shit? Like, ew, like you shouldn't shit in the lake and like just shit on the pile of shit like the rest of the men. Like, what's wrong with you?
It's the manly thing to do.
Well, you don't want to shit everywhere on the island. Someone might step in it. It's courteous to shit in the hole designated for shitting for everybody.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to. No one wants to accidentally step and shit somewhere else on the island.
This will either be.
But I didn't do it on the side we were fishing. I didn't shit on the side we were fishing.
No.
Like we had like 9 or 10 rods out. We were just, that was the whole point of the trip.
You're not a monster.
I brought books, so I was reading my, I brought Anton Chekhov plays for all you theater nerds out there. I was like sitting there with my fishing rod and then reading Chekhov and the thing. I didn't have any handheld gaming. I just brought books. But I shit on the other side of the island, away from the fishing.
Yeah,
I didn't, swim.
It was very courteous of you to do that. I'm sure that your poo did not spread around that lake. Yeah,
and because and we ate of the fish that we caught too. So there's a lot of deep fried fish that we made on the fire. It was pretty cool. That part was pretty cool.
Yeah, fried fish, fresh fried.
But it was
fish.
it was like an all protein diet. That and my dad, because he knows I like pepperoni sticks, brought like 64 pepperoni sticks. So
oh my gosh, dude!
I was eating fish and pepperoni like all week.
I don't know if that's good in the long run. But I do know this.
I can tell you the quality of my shit was very solid.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Big old heavy weighted poops. Speaking of which, Grandma's.
More than you guys wanted to know. Longer than a review of Hades 2 and Mega Bonk.
Absolutely. Oh, Grandma, before we get to you, though, real quick, patreon.com/core show. Go there. Become like Callum Buchan. Callum Buchan. That's a new patron. I think that name's right. I don't know how else to say it. Callum Buchan. Or Buchan? Anyway.
The name?
Yeah. Sign up today. Be a part of this and be a part of Callum Buchan's new world.
Callum
no
Buchan.
ads, no nothing.
With an exclamation mark.
Yeah. Well, I put that in there, but I'll get rid of it. There you go.
But
anyway, it's good to have him. Patreon.com/core show. John, now, do we even do Grandma with your voice messed up?
Well, when I'm sick, we usually let me play with the voice changer. So let's see what we got.
All right, go for it.
Let's see what. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Let's try. Hello. Hi. I'm a friendly woodland chipmunk here to tell you about the games we played this week. They played Hades 2. They played Megabonk. Let's see. Scott wrote a bunch of shit here. Soulstone Survivors. Deep Rock Survivors. It has my face. Final Fantasy Tactics. Hades 2. We already said that. And Void Crew.
It's a good list. Well done.
Oh, shit. Sorry. That's a good list. Well done, Grandma. You did it. Everybody else, listen, if you're hearing this show right now, good news. You'll hear it again next week when we bring Core right back to you. Don't forget tomorrow, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, me and John playing through the Silent Hill F tomorrow in Japan. The game, not us. Anyway, that'll do it for us. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Whoa.